to the Deep Threats Podcast. My name is Steve, and for today I'm going to be your host. On our roster of topics today, we are going to include, we're going to do NFL draft grades and a little bit of a summary. John over there, he's done a whole bunch behind the scenes, and he's gonna put this together for us, and we're gonna run through it for you guys. We're gonna discuss it, and I'm really excited about the Browns draft. I'm just saying. But as always, behind the cameras, we have the hardest working microphone in the business, JonnyG. Woo! Look at him there. Wow! Our lovable and outlandish distant cousin, Wheels.
Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody coughed. Wow.
Way to get us demonetized in the first 5 minutes,
No, that's the
dumbass.
And last but not least, the man who brought all this together, KJ.
Hey, guys.
KJ is in KY Jelly.
KY Jelly? Is it banana flavored? Anyway.
No, it's
Well, boys.
KY flavored.
It is KY flavored. We were gonna try and do a little show on Saturday, and one of us decided to work super, super hard that day. And end up killing himself.
I'll apologize. I put in like 150 feet of fence, and I just couldn't.
Which looks great, by the way. It looks fantastic.
I couldn't do a show. I called him and just exhausted and pain.
He said, "Hey guys, we're getting our shoes done. We're getting ready to leave out." I was half in the bag. Admittedly, I was drinking pretty heavy at John's birthday.
You were,
and I was.
I did call you, and you're like, "What's up?"
Did you do stuff?
Yeah.
Do you want to go put what up? You want to play with what?
I'll put what up.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to burp in. My God. Anyway.
Sure you did.
Yes,
we're glad you're here. God bless you guys. Thank you for being here. Please like the video on your way in. Please share it.
Or out.
Yeah, if you're leaving.
Just like it.
Just be like, hey, man, kiss ass. Just like the video. I love it. Anyway, show some love. Anyway, boys, how was the long weekend? Anybody do anything special?
Went golfing. Bachelor party. That was fun.
That's a stupid question for me.
I don't know. I mean,
we obviously know I put
He turned Amish for the weekend building a fence.
He played with a bunch of wood.
I still can't grow that beard, though.
No,
it doesn't work.
You don't want the on beard. The on beard is...
It doesn't work.
It means something. It's not great.
What? There's something...
Obviously,
there's something to an Amish beard?
Yeah, but like when you... the Amish beard is very distinct.
Is it when you become like manly? Like what? What does it mean?
However, it is manly, but I mean like the Am's inbreed.
Speaking of inbreeding.
Oh fuck.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
We can bring up Patrick Mahomes and
Blue Merle's the dog that I got, right?
Yeah,
the dog that I got.
He's very, very lovable and energetic. He's a handsome dog.
Yes,
and
I'm gonna steal him.
You know why Blue Merles are the way they are, right? It's because of inbreeding.
They're fucking crazy.
And actually, did you know that a lot of Blue Merles actually they're blind. They can't see or hear.
Well, a lot of dogs can't.
And that's because of inbreeding. When you constantly do the inbreeding.
I actually am aware
and
of
we
this.
just found out
Alabama?
that it's not a lab mix. It is a purebred. They found the mother dead.
Oh.
That's sad. Sorry.
So,
kind of sad. But
is it from
so
West
they did
Virginia or
no,
Alabama?
it's from Pittsburgh. And your hometown, Ohio.
What? I'm sorry, that was a crazy turn.
What if turn your phone on silent?
Me.
Excuse me, sir. Please turn.
But back to Steve's
Is your
question.
appointment up with you know who? Is he calling?
Bo.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Anyway, John, what?
But yeah, I celebrated my birthday over the weekend.
John, how old are you?
82.
Huh?
29 plus 1.
What a homosexual.
Holy
Just
Santa
say
Claus
30.
shit.
Jesus Christ. He's a 30-year-old microphone.
Wait, what did you do for his 30th?
Nothing. We had ice cream cake and we had a couple friends over.
I wasn't invited.
Yeah, for dinner.
It was a last second thing.
Yeah, high school buddy.
You said it here.
Yeah.
You didn't invite any of us. It's not very last second when you say it 6 days before and you go.
Did I say it 6 days?
Well, I was told
It was a Wednesday before the show.
He's like, I'm gonna have a.
That's not 6 days, but I'm just like, oh hey, you're coming over for dinner Saturday night.
And nobody was invited.
What do we even do?
You're invited over for my wife's birthday. You're invited over for my birthday.
Well, your wife's birthday was also for
What do we even do for dinner?
And my birthday is for friends.
Oh, we had chicken
Right.
parm. We had chicken parm. I had the last of the leftovers today.
You don't remember.
No, I didn't remember.
All right, continue with the show. This is obviously
And you share our mom's
none of this
birthday,
means
so-
anything
You share
to
mom's
any of you
birthday?
guys
Yeah.
that came here
Sucks.
to watch fantasy talk.
Love you,
Let's just
Mom.
put it out there.
Yeah, we're going to talk fantasy a little bit too. So anyway, draft recap and grades. Go.
Well, before there is some news.
The button's supposed to work.
Oh yeah, the
button.
Ravens signed
You
a.
guys,
So Ravens signed cornerback Rock Ya-Sin.
out
To a
of
one-year deal.
who was an ex-Raider, which is a good signing.
That's going to be a good signing for him.
Green Bay Packers agreed to a 1-year extension with Jordan Love.
And the Jets signed Randall Cobb.
Up to $22.5 million.
He's going to retire a Jet.
13.5 guaranteed.
Hey, John, how do you feel about him retiring a Jet?
Oh, hold on. I need to get to that.
He's getting so mad at us right now.
No, so
How's it feel not taking
that's
a
all I
wide
gotta say is that man up there.
What do you do?
He's done great things for us.
I don't even know. I'm sorry. I don't read.
Is that an homage to Aaron Rodgers?
Yes, it is.
Do you see
You did an homage on a show where Aaron Rodgers left your
Do you
team.
see the white stain on the jersey?
Because I knew that someone would bring him up, or the Packers.
You decided
So-
to
You-
take.
if you-
Yeah, just a 4-time
you decided
MVP.
to take Showtime
Uh-huh.
and go ahead and put this.
How's it feel not to
Trash.
take a wide receiver for the
didn't we say-
umpteenth time in the draft, Johnny? In the first round.
Didn't we
In the
say
first-
MVPs don't matter after Tyler
MVPs
Huntley-
don't matter in
after
general unless
Tyler
you win a
Huntley
Super
got
Bowl.
voted in last year?
That is true. Oh, no.
Hold on,
that's
he's a
Pro Bowls,
4-time
Pro Bowls.
MVP, Super Bowl champion,
No, MVPs
10-time
matter.
Pro Bowler,
Oh, you're right.
4-time
You're right.
Pro Bowl, not
All-Pro,
MVP,
I would
sorry.
say all pro matters.
fewest games to 400 passing touchdowns, fewest games to 300 passing touchdowns, fewest attempts to 30,000 passing yards, consecutive attempts without an interception, a QBR in a season at 122.5,
Johnny,
and consecutive games with a passer rating over 100 in a season.
Here's how bad
Just to name a few.
Here's how bad I feel for you, Johnny.
John, I have a
It's
question
Dan
for you.
Marino 2.0.
Oh shit!
It doesn't matter when you
Except
play
he won a
6
Super Bowl,
games
so-
against
All them
terrible opponents.
accolades
Better
and
than
only
Dan Marino.
one ring.
No.
Better than Dan Marino. He won a Super Bowl.
Sorry, I'll take Dan Marino.
He
I'll
won a
take
Super
Dan
Bowl.
Marino.
He's better than Dan Marino.
Oh, did Dan Marino have Devontae Adams, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb?
No, well,
Aaron
Doesn't matter. He got that
AJ
Super Bowl.
Dillon,
Remember? That's what Brandon
Mercedes
says.
Lewis.
He got the ring.
AJ Dillon doesn't move the needle.
Dan
for me.
Marino had
Hey.
like 9,000 records until Tom Brady stayed in the league for 25 years.
Yeah, Tom
That's-
Brady's
that's not our
over.
How many
But
years
anyway.
was Marino in the league for, though?
I think 16.
Holy
so,
shit!
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, John,
and
Aaron
anyways-
Rodgers or Brett Favre?
Rodgers.
Jesus
Who
Christ!
brought more rings?
They both brought
No.
the same.
One.
Yeah.
30 years of quarterback play.
Oh no! You know what's funny? At least,
Holy shit!
at least as a Browns fan, I know I'm not getting a ring anytime soon. Right? At least as a Browns fan, we know we're not hoping
Yeah.
for one.
They're
ring.
good
We're just
for
hoping
one ring every 15
I'm
years,
just hoping
boys.
that AB doesn't, abort this fucking season.
We're done.
Oh, there it goes.
We're done.
Anyways, the other thing in news is Jamison Williams and four other players in the Detroit Lions organization, and on top of coaches and athletic trainers, and a Washington Commanders player all got suspended for minimum 6 games with
Off of
Williams
gambling?
and one
Did we
other
not
person.
talk about that?
We
No,
talked,
we didn't.
but we didn't talk about all
no,
this
we
other
didn't.
stuff that came in.
Yeah, we
For
did.
gambling, and the rest of them are indefinite suspension.
No,
If
we
you follow our
definitely- we definitely
Facebook
talked
page,
about
you'll
it.
definitely see
We
that.
definitely talked about
Ah,
it.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta follow the Facebook page. Wheels is.
So-
We definitely talked about Jameson Williams getting suspended.
Yeah,
but
we
it's
Well,
six
definitely
games.
did.
but there was 4 other Lions players, Washington Commanders player,
Don't forget, Jameson was caught on a technicality.
but this was all of it was because it was at the organization
yeah,
on their phones.
they literally
doing
were
it,
on
and
their
it was
phones
not
and they
NFL
bet
related.
inside facilities.
Yes.
It was not NFL
No,
related.
How
it wasn't.
stupid could
It
you
was-
be?
It literally, this is all. Sorry, like I feel like I'm a little loud. Can you? I'm loud. Sorry. It's not you. I just want to make sure Johnny has.
It's not you, it's me.
I'm not redlining.
Man,
I just want to make sure I'm not redlining.
It's not you, it's me.
But here's the
Okay,
thing.
yeah, so here
this
we-
was all on a technicality because what they were doing is they were at the facility betting on other games, but because they were betting at the facility,
Yes.
it's against league protocols. So they got an automatic 6-game suspension.
Wait, so it wasn't NFL?
No.
It has nothing to do with them.
But it's
Correct.
because it was gambling.
So Jamison Williams, C.J. Moore, Quintez Cephas, Stanley Berryhill, and Shaka Tony were all
And the-
suspended, and then the
Detroit
Lions
dropped or waived Cephas.
They
and
waived Cephas?
Yeah,
and more.
and more that day.
I would take Quentin Cephas.
Yeah, well, yeah, because he's going to be
That's
suspended.
down
old
DJ
news.
Chark.
That's garbage. Anyway,
And so the other 2 I have is
Hot
the
damn.
5th-year options that were picked up because yesterday was the deadline for picking up or declining 5th-year options.
The Packers
for players.
didn't.
Hold on.
Why are you crossing streams again?
ain't nobody crossing nothing here.
I'm not doing anything.
So only 12 players had their 5th-year options picked up, which was Joe Burrow at $29.5 million, Andrew Thomas at $14.1, Tua Tagovailoa at $23.1, Justin Herbert at $29.5, Derek Brown at 11.6, Jedrick Wills at 14.1, Tristan Wirfs at 18.2, Jerry Jeudy at 12.9,
The Wills.
AJ Terrell at 12.3, CeeDee Lamb at 17.9, Justin Jefferson at 19.7, and Brandon Ayuk at 14.1.
Good for JJ.
So
Those for Ayuk, too.
Those were all picked up.
Ayuk's underrated.
And
He is 100%.
these are
Ayuk is underrated.
these are the players that had them declined for their fifth-year options. Chase Young, Isaiah Simmons, C.J. Henderson, Mackie Becton, Javon Kinlaw, Austin Jackson, Kalavion Chasen, Jalen Reagor, Kenneth Murray, Cesar Ruiz, Jordan Brooks, Patrick Queen, Noah.
Can we just have a show where Johnny just tries to?
You know how many?
I'm not gonna try to pronounce it.
You know how
and
many of those
Elijah
guys are
Mitchell.
LSU players and Ohio State players? There's like 4 or 5 of them up there.
I can't believe. I love that.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Shizon,
Clyde wasn't. He was Georgia.
LSU.
CEH was
Or
the beast.
LSU.
Yeah, he was LSU.
Queen was LSU. Shazon's LSU. Jesus. Kenneth Murray. Oh, it's Oklahoma. I don't know what it is here. Sorry, guys. We're still trying to work through some stuff here.
We're new.
We're brand new at this. Oh Jesus. Well, that.
Keep talking. You need to hear yourself to keep talking.
I kinda.
So,
Who else is LSU Ohio State?
Who's he attacking? I don't know. I mean,
Mekhi Becton, Austin Jackson, those guys are non-LSU players. Austin Jackson, he's for the Chargers, isn't he? Left guard or tackle?
I think so, if I'm not mistaken.
Like, I don't know. How are you feeling if you're Becton right now? You were a highly touted tackle coming out.
What about CEH?
CH
He was-
he
I
never
called
should have been
that.
drafted in the first.
I agree, but
And then he got drafted in the first round in fantasy. It was hilarious because everybody lost their
yeah,
shit.
Kelly.
Oh, my God.
Kelly, that was a bust for Kelly.
That's well. Yeah,
It's more of a bust for my dad. He literally traded 2 seconds for CEH.
bad news. Did he? Why did he? Why is he adding Wish Bish? What's he doing? What are you doing?
Because she traded Ayuk to him, I
That's
think,
what's up.
Ayuk is
No,
great.
she has Ayuk on her roster.
or vice versa. Yes.
Yeah, what it is, what it is. Anyway,
Oh.
all right. So glad we went through
that's
that.
the big thing. The big stuff in the news.
That's it. That's all you got.
Yes.
I love that. Love that. That's right. Playing you out, big homie.
Next on the Deep Threads podcast.
But yes,
Go bring up them draft grades. Give me them draft things.
This is going to be fun.
This is gonna be fun.
well, I have
You're good.
teams picks. I don't have to
Yeah,
grade.
no,
We're gonna grade them ourselves. Love that.
Johnny, can you find a way to get cameras up there too?
Ooh.
We're gonna go through this A to Z. We're not gonna go through this AFC or AFC.
It makes more
We're
sense,
just-
yeah.
We're just gonna go through this top to bottom. What we're gonna do is we're gonna check the picks and we're gonna give our grades. I was gonna do a graphic, but I don't think the graphic makes sense.
Just screen share.
Oh, I'm off.
No, you're on. You're a B, but I cannot hear you.
I don't know why I'm like echoing.
I don't know. You're not getting picked up either.
But did I unplug me and not you?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did.
No, I didn't.
I think you're. No, I'm plugged back in. I think you're yellow though, and I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear? Where is my? Can you?
We're just trying to do things.
Restart your.
Go ahead, keep talking. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go A to Z.
Yeah, we're going A to Z with all these draft grades. So obviously you start with Arizona, and we'll work our way down.
Oh, the Cardinals.
So speaking of the Cardinals, they traded the third overall, obviously, for a lot of assets with Houston for next year's draft. So that could be a little telling of where they value the current state of their team. Not naming anybody in particular, but just the current
Kyler
state
Murray?
of the team. I didn't say that.
Kyler Murray.
Caleb Williams is going to be a Cardinal. So that obviously will take into discretion with the grade. So I'll start with the Arizona Cardinals. I have them graded as an
There
A
you go.
plus
Here you know.
because of the draft capital they got for next year.
You say that again?
He likes to hype up the dick that's behind the bird. I just don't understand this. Like,
What?
Kyler Murray is going to start for the next 3 years there. You don't have a choice.
I
Whether you
hope
like
not.
it or not, he's going to
No,
be there.
Kyler Murray
so.
will be gone next year.
No, he's not. Like, there's no out until like 2026. He's not going anywhere.
Oh God, there's only half.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it means a lot.
Brock Osweiler got moved.
Oof.
Brock Osweiler is a totally different situation. They traded him on his final year of his contract.
Yeah, for 17
And
million.
and to a team that literally was trying to throw away money.
The Packers might want Kyler Murray. Who knows what you have with
No, the Packers, if we're going to do
Jordan
anything,
Love.
would do the exact same thing what you just said the Arizona Cardinals would do. They would be taking Caleb.
They never take good quarterbacks in the first round.
They would take Caleb at
early.
that point.
Early. They're not going to be.
I like how you just
they'll be-
preference your argument because they're never the last place team. They don't take good quarterbacks early because that's not their draft pick.
Exactly. They're not. Where were they drafted this year? The 16th, Johnny?
They traded up to the 13th.
And they didn't take. Who'd they take?
Took
Defense.
Taken.
Yeah,
Lucas
and
Van Ness.
it's a very good pick.
All right, so we're going over the Cardinals. John,
Yes.
you do not have the Cardinals on the screen.
I'll take
No, he does
Lamar
have
over
the Cardinals on the
Kyler.
screen. He's got the Cardinals picks. He just
Now he
doesn't.
does.
No, he hasn't.
So the Cardinals are an A+ for me.
But
A+.
Johnny, can you give me those picks and give me the round with the pick, please?
So, first round, Paris Johnson Jr.
One 6th overall.
Second, B.J. Ujulari.
LSU.
Third is Garrett Williams out of Syracuse.
I'm so far happy.
And Michael Wilson at Stanford.
I didn't really.
Ryan's all about Michael Wilson.
I didn't really
Yep.
watch him. So
Fourth round is John Gaines II out of UCLA.
never heard of her.
Fifth round is Clayton Tune
Like
out of Houston.
There's a backup.
I
And-
didn't hate Tune.
And
but
Owen Papo out of Auburn.
You know I love that
I
one.
did not like.
You
that.
know I love that one.
2 sixth were K-Trell Clark and Dante Stills.
Well spoken.
So because of the trade, I have to give him an A. Like you said, they leveraged
They're
their
building.
third round pick,
Yeah.
and they still put a lot of pieces in place to build this team.
Yeah.
And they protected Kyler, who got beat up, and that's why he got injured.
And you got in the show's #1 tackle in Paris Johnson Jr.
Yeah, and I gotta give him.
So that's a lot of
And
value.
actually, if Paris Johnson wasn't there, he was gonna get drafted like shortly after.
Yeah,
he
and they were
was
smart
gone.
I believe they traded back up to get him, but they didn't give up a lot of assets because I believe it was only 3 picks they traded up. But
He said ass.
so, as much as I hate putting off till next year, like Ryan said in the chat, obviously Kyler's going to miss at least half the year, so you're
He
not
also
making
said-
playoffs.
He also said nobody wants Kyler if nobody traded for Lamar.
So I would take Lamar over Kyler. So
Would you?
this is the smartest thing to do for the Arizona Cardinals because you're not going to be the great next year.
Ryan,
You would
I
take Lamar over
completely,
Kyler?
Ryan, I completely agree with you. If nobody traded for
I
Lamar,
don't like
who's
short
been
guys.
healthy, probably more.
We have said opposite.
When healthy. When healthy.
But here's the thing:
Wow, I'm still taking Kyler.
Lamar's missed less games than Kyler.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take Lamar when healthy.
So that's what Ryan's argument is. If no one
got
would
better
trade
arm
for
talent.
Lamar, why would you trade for Kyler?
How high has
Lamar's
Kyler
made it
been
to
in
the
his best
playoffs
year?
almost every year.
I'm
So
agreeing
just
with
saying-
you. I'm agreeing
no,
with
but
you.
I'm just saying. So like, why
Different
would
offenses too.
you're saying that
It's
someone's
com-
going to trade for,
So
for Kyler next
the
year?
Lamar,
at like
the Lamar
$40
trade is
million?
completely different because you have to pay him plus give up 2 ones.
Same thing with Kyler.
Uh-oh. Guys, we
But
got,
he's already
Speaking of
getting paid.
contracts-
We
You
got
don't
a
have
lot
to.
of teams
You don't
to get
have
through.
to
Hold
sit
on.
there and
Speaking
discuss a
of
contract.
Speaking of contracts and gambling stuff,
Kyler's
I
first
did-
out's
I
2027.
did forget to go over the meme.
Oh, that
All right,
well.
hurry up with the memo.
You're probably good doing that. Okay.
So
Okay.
okay. So the Titans front office is on the left, and they trade away AJ Brown, give Ryan Tannehill an insane contract, draft Malik Willis and give up on him after just 1 year, draft Will Levis a year later. We got our guy,
You got 2 bums. Congratulations.
and obviously the
rough,
further
dude.
it progresses, the more of a clown they become. Other one is
Ryan Tannehill is
kind of like
out
Will
this
Levis.
year.
yeah, probably. The other one is
We've been calling that for a while. He'll be out.
just don't do it, guys. It's Mr. Mackey from South Park. Gambling is bad. I'm going.
Okay.
And that's Roger Goodell who's playing Mr. Mackey. And you have DraftKings, FanDuel, and
Fox bet.
Fox Bets with Terry. What's his face?
Terry Bradshaw, bro.
Harry Bradshaw.
Steelers.
Respect on the name.
Just don't do it, okay?
My God.
Yeah, just don't do it. I'm going.
Turkey Jones Slam, man.
Oh man.
Most improved
Smoked his
conference
neck.
in the NFL this year.
Just what?
Probably.
AFC South.
Jesus.
Yeah, because of the quarterbacks they drafted.
Well, I mean, all right. So we're giving the grades for what?
I said A. I said A for Arizona.
Yep. A plus.
I'm giving them an A.
All right.
That's leveraging that pick.
I think they did everything they
smart.
should do.
Yeah, they did.
The only thing that I have an issue
They're gonna have
with
2 top 5 picks next year.
The only thing I have an issue with is I don't know if you needed a backup quarterback at that point, but it is kind of a waiver pick. You could have picked other depth at defense. I think you need way more defense than you do offense, and you drafted a lot of offense in this draft. That's my only argument.
We'll talk about another team that did that too.
Yeah, I mean, that's my only argument here. That's why I say A, not A+. If they would have drafted way more defense, because their defense is the reason they keep losing games.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, that's the conversation I have there.
You want to move to Atlanta then?
Oh,
Well, we're going to go alphabetical order,
Yeah,
so
let's
is that the next team?
Yes, it is.
If
All right.
I think I'm smart enough to. Yeah.
I suck at alphabets. A, B,
You
D,
suck,
E,
you
F,
jackass.
G,
you're so
Q.
smart.
Sorry.
Anyways, for Atlanta, they had
F. Sorry.
Bijan Robinson,
It's a bad pick.
8th overall pick. Second round, they had Matthew Bergeron. Third was Zach Harrison out of Ohio State. Fourth was Clark Phillips III out of Utah. Seventh was
You got
two,
it
and then
right.
2 sevenths was DeMarco Helms and Javon Gwynn out of Alabama and
So,
South Carolina, respectively.
I'm going to just jump into this one really quick, just because you know me. I think
We were
Atlanta,
all-
I think Atlanta's done a lot of good things. We didn't like Atlanta going for Bijan. Almost the entire
dumbest-
crew here did not like
that
Atlanta
was-
going for
that
Bijan.
There
was
was
it.
2 dumb picks in this class,
That's a
and
bad
they were
pick.
both running backs, in my opinion, where they were drafted because there was so
was
much.
high. It was
you have,
high.
Yeah, you have so many other needs.
But hold on. Let's not harp on that, because if that's where they're going to draft them, and they didn't want to trade back because they knew another team would draft them, we all knew that this was going to happen, that there was going to be a reach on running back because of the talent level there. So I'm not saying it's wrong, right? I'm not saying it's wrong.
We all know it's wrong.
But
They
I'm not saying.
passed on Jalen Carter.
But I'm
it's
not
wrong.
I'm not saying it's right because the need, right? The
There's
need,
no- yeah,
right?
yeah.
Atlanta needed defense.
Yes.
Atlanta-
Jalen
Atlanta
Carter.
needs everything.
Atlanta-
They don't need running back.
They needed. And I'm a Tyler Algier owner.
You can get away
right?
with a mid running back for a little while.
But I'm a Tyler Algier owner.
The
So,
offense
like,
was already
I am
dog
too,
shit.
but you need so much
You
help.
passed on Van Ness. You
Guys,
passed on.
guys, hold on. Okay, I'm a Tyler Algier owner. I get what your argument is. Tyler Algier was good enough with Cordero Patterson for at least another year, right, to get that running game to the next level. We don't agree. We don't disagree with that.
Now you have 3 running backs.
But if you truly believe, right, as a team, that Bijan is the guy, and a lot of people said that Bijan was a top 10 pick. A lot of people said Bijan, his talent. I think we have Bijan in our
He
power
is.
rankings as a top 10.
You should.
But
That's
you
poor
have
ranking.
so much.
Not when you're
talent.
power ranking. When you're power ranking, you're looking at total talent level,
It's
right?
best,
Not draft
it's
position,
best
not draft
available.
position,
It's
right?
best
Yeah,
available.
not draft
ADP, right?
Right. So I don't disagree with the Bijan, but I'd like to take it to the next step. I think what they did when they addressed this position is they also went and they got a linebacker in the 3rd round, right? They also focused on other needs that they had with Matthew Bergeron. They needed a tackle to protect
I
Desmond
thought
Ritter.
that was a good pick.
You like
That's a
Clark
very good
Phillips.
pick.
I love
Clark Phillips
I
fit
love
was
Clark
smart.
Phillips pick.
Right? They took a cornerback in Clark Phillips. Then they went safety with DeMarco Helms.
You just
but like
missed so bad.
I just-
you
I
just
find
didn't
it-
like the first round
I
pick.
find it-
So that's
I
all I'm
hated it.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
I find it hard taking, and this is a personal thing for me. Obviously, running backs, Diamond doesn't. I take it. It's just hard drafting a running back in the top 10 because they're
First round.
they're short lived.
First
A lot of them
round.
are short lived.
History has proven
It's a
that running
revolving
backs in
door.
the top 10 struggle, right?
Yeah.
But there
The
are running backs
majority.
that are capable.
The majority
Yes.
struggle.
Like
Yes.
Saquon had a ridiculous top 5 year. He was a
Struggle.
second
Yeah,
round
I mean,
pick, but he
CMC.
didn't have 3
Overall
good years.
struggle.
Right?
And there's been multiple guys, and that's nothing
Did you
against
say
like next
CMC
Bijan.
still was like a monster.
Yeah, he is. But the
He's
problem
had
is
2 bad years
how many
Struggle.
out of 5.
does Bijan net you any wins? I don't think he does.
So
2 years out of 6
Because if that defense
McCaffrey.
can't stop anything,
Okay, I was wrong. 2 years.
you're
going
gonna try to win in a shootout, and you're not running.
Well, hold on. For 4 years, Christian McCaffrey has performed, and 2 years he hasn't. I don't think that's a bust.
No, but this is what I'm trying to go with what I was saying. Does he net you any wins? And the answer is, in my opinion, no. Because guess what? If you're in a shootout and you got a minute and a half on the clock, you're not running the ball, man. You're passing.
And the Browns should.
You're
But
passing.
other argument, right, is I don't disagree with that, but they had like one of the top prolific rushing offenses last year. I don't think that was, like you guys said, a need. Because they were
No, it's
already
not
running
because
It's
there's
not a
so
need.
many. You need defense. Christian Gonzalez there, Jalen Carter there.
But here's the
tons of
curveball.
guys.
Here's the curveball. I'll give you
Jalen
guys.
fucking Carter.
Here's
went
the
at 9.
curveball. I'll give you
Sorry,
guys, right?
I cannot give.
I
them
know
that.
Jalen Carter. We all think was probably the best prospect.
The
of this
Eagles.
team.
The
He
Eagles.
Right. But
Ugh.
let me give you this curveball. Right.
Unbelievable.
is he adds an aspect to the passing game that they don't have, and that's the short yardage game.
Bijan?
Yes.
I don't think as much as they needed where he was drafted.
I think they could have made do with Algier.
Yeah, like I said, you can get away with a mid-level.
That being said,
you have
back.
Algier, you have Cordero Patterson, who's up there in age,
He's
but he
a
does-
lot of
wide
guys,
receiver,
and a
running
lot
back.
can play in the slot. A lot of
Right.
these guys can play in the slot.
But I mean, you have Desmond Ritter, who isn't he a running?
He's
quarterback?
unproven. Yeah.
Well, he's unproven, but
He's not a running. He is an athletic
He's starting the season.
type of guy.
He can scramble.
So
He's athletic.
But it's not like that they couldn't lean on him to run more.
No, I mean,
So,
bring up whoever they passed on.
Here's
It's a
what
lot.
I would say.
They could have taken a running back.
I mean, they passed on a lot of people at that spot. I don't disagree. They
There's
passed on-
another team we're
they
gonna
passed
talk
on
about that took a running back.
253 picks, but I don't disagree that this is probably their worst pick.
Exactly.
Jalen
Ryan.
Carter went
Exactly.
one pick later, dude.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Bijan's going to be bad. He was not my running
He doesn't
back
gain you
one,
any net wins.
but he
though.
doesn't move my wiener, boys.
Who was
He
your
does not
running
make
back
my
one?
pants tight.
Running back one
You
is
know who
Bijan.
does?
His,
No, he
his
said
running
that
back.
wasn't
Mine was Gibbs.
Gibbs. His was Gibbs. His was
And he
Gibbs.
still went too early. He went a whole fucking round too early, guys.
Ryan, I
Way
agree
too
with you.
early.
I think after 8, Bijan's not there. He's not there. I agree. Someone trades up, gets Bijan, even if it's Detroit.
Trade up for a running back.
Detroit literally
dang.
went out of their way to get Jahmyr Gibbs.
And
So
honestly,
It's dumb.
Bijan to Detroit makes a little more sense, but
And some
so
people.
here's what I'll say though, right?
I
Because
just-
we've kind of
Yeah, we
dug
gotta
into this a
move
little
on.
bit. Here's what I'll say about
They're
this.
gonna get a B for me.
I'm gonna give these guys an A
Not a B
minus.
plus.
I'm gonna give them an A minus.
Can't do it.
And the only reason I'm gonna give them an A minus is because you're banging them on one pick.
The single most important pick. You passed on the best prospect in the entire draft.
But
dude.
they filled what they needed later in the draft, and they didn't reach.
You
He
can
was a
fill.
very speedy and
They
powerful
didn't. You had
guy,
Clark
especially on
Phillips.
the road.
You had Clark Phillips as your number one cornerback
I
overall,
agree.
and they got him
I
in the
agree.
fourth round.
I agree.
They got him in the
100%.
fourth round.
I
So,
love that pick.
You're not going to give him a steal.
I can't.
For
Well,
a
yes, that's-
maybe a bust.
To my opinion, that's a steal. Who's?
But Bijan's a first round talent. Are you not going to say Bijan's a first round talent? He's not top 10. Not top 10 in your mind.
No.
But he's a first round talent.
I gave him a second round talent.
Atlanta gets a C
Now,
plus
that's
for
insane.
me
I gave Jahmyr and
Hold on.
Bijan both.
So
first
why
and
is Atlanta a C plus for you?
because
You ranked
C
him even
plus.
lower than Steven.
Oh Jesus!
they are C plus because
I'm shocked by that.
of who they got a little bit later. Clark Phillips, Matthew Bergeron. I like those guys a lot. So that
Yeah, I
I mean ups their value a little bit. But obviously Jalen Carter you can have on that defense.
I mean,
That's a day
Well-
one impact. Bijan's going to impact, but not as much as Jalen Carter was. And I'm not
For this
high on
team-
I'm
for
not
this
high
team-
on Carter.
For this team, right?
Yes, for this team. You already have Algier. You already got Algier. Like you said,
so
you
that tells
don't
me
need
that-
a top level running back to win a Super Bowl.
A
The
top 10
Philadelphia
pick running
Eagles won a Super Bowl with Jay Ajayi. He plays video games on Twitch. You
now.
don't need a top
not
end.
even- he's not even in
You
the
need a
league
good
now.
defense. Guess what wins
not-
you Super Bowls? A good quarterback and good defense.
That's it.
That's it. It's pretty easy.
Go ask fucking Tom Brady how he did it.
He had a lot of speed,
And the year
C-level
he
running
should have
backs.
done it, he had fucking Randy Moss.
Yeah, Clark Phillips in the fourth round is a steal. That's a
is- I
steal for
agree.
Atlanta.
I
So that's
agree.
again, that's where I upped the value of their draft just a little bit. There's going to be some of these teams that are going to get bumped up just a little bit because of who they taken
Oh,
and the
God.
spot they taken them in.
All right.
Again, going back to ADP, just not, they fell there in the draft, but
you
just
said-
value.
You said C plus.
Yeah, C
You
plus.
said C minus or A minus. I
What'd you
said
say?
B. So I think
We're a little
that's
all over
good
the
pussy.
place. And
You said B,
I gave him a B
Oh.
we're a little all
I
over
like
the
and you gave him an A. Why'd you give him an A?
because he likes them filling holes
because they
in the
filled
end.
every other issue and they actually didn't reach.
Not
They
secondary.
didn't reach. Yes, they did. Clark Phillips is a corner, and then they drafted a safety right after that.
I think
they
the
did
Bijan
fill.
pick is a reach, and it's unnecessary.
You need
You
two
just
corners.
said not secondaries.
You need
They got a
corners.
safety in a corner. What if that safety can play in the nickel?
They could have taken-
They literally,
Ah, God. And they paid Jesse Bates $1 million, and he's not going to show up.
and then why would you? And that's exactly my point. Is why do you care? Jesse Bates. What if he plays as a cover corner?
I mean, like
He's
they-
not a cover corner.
honestly-
He's not.
I agree.
That's a stupid take.
I'm just saying.
He's not.
Let's
But my
move
point
on
is-
to
but my point is
Baltimore.
your argument is that they didn't didn't target defense, and they did target
It's a
defense.
defensive draft. You need defense. Why take a running back at 8?
Because it's a defensive draft, and there's not a lot of talent at offense, and that's the point.
So you overdraft them to screw yourself?
But
That
at
makes
the
a lot of sense.
Not an overdraft. He wouldn't have been.
It is an overdraft.
It's not an overdraft. He would not have been.
For that team, it's an overdraft.
At the
wouldn't have
same
been
time that they reached out and had a great offseason for just in general.
How many of these
defense was?
I get it, but
just
how
made
many
so
free
long.
agency
Johnny
signings work
actually
out?
might actually have their
How many free agency signing
I
works out
haven't
for the
updated
contract?
it.
Not many.
That's fine.
don't
You
know.
don't have to have the updated free
There's
agency.
not a lot of good
I
hits.
guess who's the bigger value overall?
Clark Phillips.
For any team,
Clark Phillips.
is it Jalen Carter or is it Bijan Robinson?
Jalen Carter.
And it is every time
for
Jalen Carter.
for this team.
They need
it's
Jalen Carter.
For the Eagles, I'm
And
not
it was
saying
a miss.
Jalen Carter. They drafted Jalen Carter.
I thought that was a goofy pick for them.
Right, but like
the dude's there. He's like, oh yeah, we'll take another Georgia player
if
that was number one in the country.
flip it. Let's flip it real quick. Let's say the Atlanta takes Jalen Carter and the Eagles take
We do
Bijan.
gotta
I would
move
have
forward.
no
We gotta
problem
keep-
with that. But all right, yeah. Well, let's.
But that
No,
literally,
I want
hold
you to
on.
finish, but we gotta-
Hold on,
we gotta
hold on.
move.
I agree with you. We got to
We're on
continue.
team 3.
But that literally is my argument.
that's what I'm
right?
saying. I'm not. I get what you're saying.
No, if you get what I'm saying, then you can't discredit them if they think Bijan is the guy.
He's not.
Because you know he was going to be gone at 10. You know it. For sure.
I mean,
he was. But again, you
For sure.
have too many needs on defense. You are one of the worst leagues in defense.
so
on
how-
second. And
we'll get
in
there. We'll get there
defense
later.
in the
Go
NFL.
ahead.
Let's
Go
move
ahead.
on to Baltimore. Ryan's
he can't
team.
even look at you. He's looking at the wall. Oh my god.
That's fine, let him.
You know what that is? That's a Bowman.
So
It's not a Bowman.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I haven't seen you there.
There
It's
is
been
only
a
like
while.
2 teams in this draft
Oh
that I
my
could give a C
God.
grade. There's only 2 teams in this draft I can give a C
I
grade.
give him a C plus.
Oh,
They're
And that's
close.
because they didn't address
It's close.
their situations.
Let's
It's
talk about
close.
Let's talk about the
Oh, it
Ravens.
was
Ravens first round was Zay Flowers, Boston College. Third round, Trenton Simpson, Clemson. Fourth round,
in the third. Holy shit.
Tavius Robinson, Old Miss. Fifth round,
Who?
Caillou Blue Kelly. out of
Caillou Blue
Stanford.
Kelly.
Sixth is
Say that one.
Almave Lau out of Oregon.
Oh, there you
and
go.
the seventh was
Malasala Amave Alalu.
Andrew Voorhees out of USC.
Oh.
So obviously,
I really
we
like
talked
this
about
draft.
Baltimore taking a wide receiver. We had them either wide receiver or secondary coming into the draft.
Ryan, we know this is your 5th overall.
Them getting Trenton Simpson, he's my number 1 middle linebacker, and
Yeah.
they got him in what round again? Was it Johnny? The third.
86th overall
So
pick, bro.
that's a huge value pick because who did they just not pick up the 5th-year option?
Queen.
Oh, Patrick Queen. So guess what? That shows you that hey, we're not paying linebackers because they never do.
No, they never do. Look
They
at what
never
That's not
really
true.
pay linebackers.
That's not true.
Ray Lewis won. Okay,
Roquan's an outside linebacker. They paid him $100 million.
he's an outside linebacker. I would call him an N.
Okay, so they've paid Roquan Smith and Ray Lewis between how many years?
I mean, those 2 guys,
I
they
would call-
paid
But
a
they're
lot of
talented.
money.
They're talented. Obviously,
You said they never. Get rid of the never, the absolute,
Oh my
and
God.
say it's
So-
not a normal
All right, let's
thing.
move on.
Generally,
They
the Ravens
don't
do
pay-
not pay linebackers.
talented.
Generally,
They only pay talented linebackers.
I
Sorry, I got to be 100% correct.
I
I
think-
thought it was a sports show.
I think Queen's
So,
fantastic.
They took
Didn't the Patriots have a
Trenton
linebacker that
Simpson.
they got from the Ravens, and he was talented?
which shows you
dude,
why
I'm-
they passed up on Patrick Queen. So I have the Baltimore Ravens as an A for me.
An A.
Yes, because the draft picks, they didn't have a second. They got a second round value.
I hate when he says
in the
stupid
third.
things, and then I agree with him.
It's because you know I'm right.
Because then it
Well,
makes you feel
no,
stupid.
I have them
oh
as
my
an A.
God,
I
this
have
is-
them as an A.
So if you guys didn't know, this is why I sit in the middle. It's because they will just straight make out.
Oh, in
the
the
entire
last 2
time.
weeks, I'm about to strangle this.
Just
kid.
Why?
Make, just suck each
Why?
other's
Because I'm
faces.
saying smart things
No,
and
you
gets
think you're
conversation
saying smart
moving.
things.
All right, so
At least I'm here.
I also think that the Ravens had a very good draft. I don't know who Tavius Robinson,
Me neither.
He's actually really good.
Kai Blue Kelly, or the Samoan.
You know Kai Blue Kelly's going to be good just because of his
just because of his
name.
name. I mean, like
Kai Blue Kelly
Did you know
intercepts
that Kai
Deshaun
Blue
Watson.
Kelly- That sounds pretty dirty.
Oh Jesus!
Did you know
Oh, buddy.
Kai Blue Kelly intercepts Deshaun Watson at the 5-yard line, returns it for a touchdown? How the end of the season goes for the Browns.
Listen.
Wow, look at him. He's.
You're lucky I have to use a restroom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say this is it. This is the moment.
Huh.
Anyway, I Voorhees in the 7th because of the ACL. I love
That is smart. So Voorhees, obviously he was a first round pick.
Starter. Oh, he
was a first round pick. Is healthy, 100%.
He's gonna be so good.
So,
I am so bummed. If he did not get hurt, he was the only guard. But
it's so fitting that he goes to Baltimore. And how does he drop to the 7th?
Kevin Zeitler just has his replacement drafted in the 7th.
How do you draft him in the 7th? He's a first-round guy next year. Even with the injury, I value him as a first-round guy. They got a first-round pick this year. His name is Andrew Voorhees.
Yes.
For the last round in the draft.
That's what I'm saying. It's insane.
229.
So I have an A.
So
KJ has an A.
I'm gonna give them a B plus because I don't necessarily like the middle of their draft.
So it's a net A minus.
Their first two and their last pick are just studs.
Yeah.
So is there anybody you didn't like in this draft for them?
For them, I
liked the Zay Flowers pick. We called that weeks ago. Marquise Brown.
Yeah, they're gonna draft receiver because their receivers. I don't know. Somehow love that trade back in. Yeah, their receivers just never.
Hold on. We gotta wait for KJ.
No,
he spoke from the porcelain throne.
What?
You didn't like Voorhees?
I said Andrew Voorhees.
No, is there anybody you didn't like in the draft?
Hold on. He's about to. He's trying to piss off Wheeler somehow.
Why? Why don't you feel like
So here's the thing.
Come on, stir the pot.
I like Voorhees' talent. I like Voorhees' talent, right? Like we all agreed that coming out of the combine, this dude impressed everybody, and he was going to be the consensus guard number 1 overall, right? He passed Osiris Torrance, like that's who he was going to be.
Don't even tell me you're not high on him because you had a hard on for him like I did.
No, that's I'm not. It's not that I'm not high on him.
It's time to make out.
It's not that I'm not high on him. My issue is like
there it is.
There's two things that happen here in my mind. Somebody else should have been taken here. Because
it's the 7th round.
Spam risk.
It's the 7th round. I don't care who you take. It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
Kickers go
yes, it does.
Why? Because of Brock Purdy now it matters.
No, everything on this team matters. And I don't think they needed running. I don't think they needed guards.
All right, let's move on.
Kevin Zeitler's
33 years old.
2, I think.
So, I don't think they needed guards in this draft.
I don't care who you draft in the 7th.
But that's why he's a first round. I give him an A, right? I give him an A.
Yeah, and I give him a B plus.
Like that's their worst pick. Like that's their worst pick in my mind. I love Voorhees, and he could be the best deal in the draft, and he might never show up. We don't know. But I think if you're going to get a guy on the field, if you're going to get a
you can try to piss me off. It's just not going to work.
Oh man,
we can move on.
He got him. They took DeJuan Jones. What's wrong with DeJuan Jones?
No, but here's the thing. At least DeJuan Jones will be on the field this year.
So, even Ryan's saying Ravens need guards. Whatever. I mean, I like Zeitler. He played for the Browns.
You need guards now?
So, correct. So let me ask you this then.
Right?
So,
why wouldn't you take DeJuan Jones?
So if
DeJuan Jones is not.
So no, let me say this real quick. So if it matters that he's on the field,
he's not a guard.
Then the Arizona Cardinals had a terrible draft because they're not getting draft picks till next year and they're not on the field this year.
No, because they still had like 12 draft picks this year.
Okay, but again, they could have taken
filled the holes.
Will Anderson at 3.
And what did I put Arizona at? An A.
I'm just saying, but was that because of the picks? They're not on the field this year.
There are certain picks I didn't like of Arizona, or I'd give them an A+. They literally advanced everything.
Eat the hook.
There's no hook there. There's a difference between a guy that literally might never play it down in the NFL.
Assholes.
There's literally he might never play down in the NFL, which is why he's a flyer, right? Now, and I love Voorhees.
Voorhees is gonna play.
And Voorhees already said he put out a doctor's note that he's ready to play this year.
Can also play right tackle.
And if Voorhees can play this year,
he's not.
Huge.
If they're smart, they let him sit. I don't care who you take in the 7th. You can take a towel boy in the 7th. It doesn't matter.
I don't think he's going to be ready to
But did you hear that?
What?
That he literally put out a doctor's note to 32 different teams that he will be ready to play this year.
Oh,
this next draft grade's gonna be fun.
Still went in the 7th.
Yeah, so the next team is Buffalo.
Oh yeah, this is Wheel's home team.
It's not my. I am a Browns fan through and through.
You are not a Browns fan. You wear the land shirt just to prove a point today.
It's a Cavs shirt.
It's okay.
It's still Cleveland.
Hey, when I get a audio file for the intro with him on it, guess what colors they are?
Yes.
They're
100%
It's
Bills.
Buffalo.
100%.
It doesn't matter to me. I love both teams. At least the Bills can draft.
Pocket, I'm gonna snap.
At least the Bills can draft the quarterback and not pay one that's sexual assaulted.
So first round was Dalton Kincaid out of Utah.
Allegedly.
Second was Osiris Torrance out of Florida. Third was Dorian Williams out of Tulane. Fifth was Justin Shorter out of Florida. and 2 7ths were Nick Broker and Alex Austin out of Ole Miss and Oregon State.
Oh, you
Is
know
it Broker or Brocker?
So
think
it's Brocker. So this
think it's pronounced
them
Brocker.
for me is a B-. Dalton Kincaid was a stupid pick because you got Dawson Knox, but I understand next man up,
Yes!
next man up mentality.
I don't think they're
It's a
keeping
stupid
Knox.
pick.
Knox
But
is only 20.
The
25?
pick that I love in this draft is in the second round with Osiris Torrance, where they took him.
I like the value with Nick Broker way better.
But
I like Broker.
Brocker.
if you let me walk through the picks, I can tell.
Bills fan.
Nick Brocker in the 7th.
No, it says Brocker.
I've said Brocker.
Is it Broker or Brocker?
It's Brocker.
Yeah, I don't think you said Broker.
Ellinger.
KJ, you can go stay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
yours.
But no, that's B-.
Anyway,
So
look at that close-up.
I already know that KJ is gonna give him a C- because he hates me and the Bills, but that's okay.
You got to
Oh,
understand.
man. There's a lot of hate going on.
In this draft, it's very hard to grade a C in my mind because defense matters, and a lot of teams took defense because it's a defensive draft.
Except for the line.
Like, and Atlanta's 4 out of 7 picks were defense.
KJ is smashing Monster Claws.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
I
he is.
just hate stupidity.
It's okay. Here's your penis. There you go. We
I
got him.
hate stupidity.
We got him.
you could call me
Here's where
stupid, but I'm making
Wheels,
valid
You
points.
said a
Wheels, here-
C minus.
Ryan even says you need a Monster Claw.
Hey,
He's at like 4.
hey,
I have a B minus,
You guys
so-
do understand that White Claws are the men's choice
The
nowadays
devil, mama?
because Bud Light is the women's choice. Wheels, Dawson Knox, right?
Yes.
They did pay him, and his out.
But that's why I said it makes no sense.
Wheels, shut up.
Oh.
I'm not.
me.
I'm not disagreeing with you. All right. So Dawson Knox is an out late in 2024.
Yes.
Potential
And they're. I'm reading it. Just chill.
2025 out of
I'm
Spotrac.
Chill. No. Oh yeah, 2025. It's after. Yeah. Okay. This is weird. Whatever. I read it wrong. Okay. Johnny's right. I'm wrong.
Oh boy.
All right. So in
That's our first
2025. So 2 years.
No, second.
And they drafted Dalton Kincaid, right? And that's in yours and my mind. It's slightly a reach when you already paid a guy.
I'll be as honest. I think that's as dumb as a pick as the Bijan.
Oh,
The difference between the Bijan, right, is they didn't pay Tyler Algier.
and also 14 different.
But he's young, so
Buffalo paid Dawson
yeah,
Knox.
which makes no sense. You have so many. You need
what they pay Knox?
safety because in corner.
Dawson Knox is making
Because-
$26 million this year.
How much?
Yeah,
And $20 million
yeah.
next year.
Yeah.
And they
It's
drafted Dalton
fucking
Kincaid.
26.
ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's too much money.
And you need
a fucking
you need
tight end?
safety in
They
corner
paid
because
26.
you need safety
got-
corner linebacker. You lost Tremaine and Mins.
Oh yeah, you were big.
Mike Poyer. Jordan Poyer's old.
Hold
Them
on, hold on,
skipping,
hold on.
right? Them skipping on Brian Branch at this spot is ridiculous.
That was my guy for them, and I don't.
We were sitting there touting them. Draft talent. I mean, yeah.
I just don't know. You draft talent and needs, and Brian Branch was a need and talent.
Because not a lot of free agency
And
signings pan out.
Let's be honest, Joey Porter here is
Yeah.
also a need or a talent.
Hey,
Did
where'd
you
Joey
guys-
Porter go? First pick, second round.
And he
bro.
likes
you
playing.
guys
He's
see-
played in the cold. Where's Jody Porter out of? Penn State.
Wait, isn't there another corner that went just before this? Christian Gonzalez went to the Patriots
I
at
was-
14.
yeah.
Julius Brents went
No,
four-
It was the Bills had a terrible pick.
Brian Branch went 45. Yeah, no, I don't like
The
that
Bills
pick.
had a terrible first round pick. I hated this pick. I was pissed.
Osiris Torrance,
Pissed.
you guys are not high on.
I like those Cyrus Torrance.
He
He's my
was-
two.
He was guard 2 for me, but I love.
Okay.
So that's what saves them a little bit. on the
Dorian
value.
Williams, good pick. I actually like Dorian Williams
Yes.
in this third round. Dorian Williams is good. Johnny likes Dorian Williams because that's his boy.
What?
Yeah, when I was.
That's the
doing
one he
Excuse me,
brought up.
Ryan,
That was a
but-
fast linebacker. He's kind of like your JOK.
So,
he's super fast.
If you had to choose, so that brings up a good point, Ryan. If you had to choose right now, rest of their career, would you choose Dawson Knox or Dalton Kincaid?
I mean,
it's hard because
exactly. So it's
you're
hard.
right. They're even. I'll
That's what I'm
just put
saying,
it
it's
they're
hard.
even. If
It's
I had
hard.
to
I would
choose,
give
I
my
could
money's
choose
worth
either.
out of
Yeah.
26
So
million
why would
first.
you draft them? Brian
would-
Branch would have been awesome on that team, or Joey Porter.
I would say
Brian
Dawson
Branch
Knox
would have
is.
filled a hole. He would have been
You
a
might be able to
starter.
look this up. I think Dawson Knox is bigger than Dalton Kincaid.
He's
So I
six.
think
He's
He's
6'5".
taller, he's not wider.
I think
Kincaid's-
235.
Hold on, Kincaid's
6'3".
6'4", 246.
So I think he's 6'5", like 260. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he's like
Of course,
he's a big boy.
doesn't have that.
I love Kincaid, and that's nothing against Kincaid,
No,
but there's
I'm
so
agreeing
many
with
other
you.
needs
As
on
a,
this
as a
team.
show, we liked Kincaid.
Yeah, it's
but
just it's
holy
another
shit.
overreach for me. It's a stupid pick
Well, not if you're
because
running
you
a double
paid
tight
your.
end set and you got rid of Gabe
But
Davis,
they
right?
don't run. They got
But
rid of Gabe
you
Davis.
know, if they
No,
would have,
McKenzie.
So Dalton Kincaid 6'4", 246. Per ESPN, Dawson Knox is 6'4", 254.
So they're the same tight end.
Yeah,
and they
but-
literally are the same.
so
tight
if
end.
they would have,
Kincaid's
if
faster.
Dawson
Better
would have been
hands.
gone and they wouldn't have a tight end, you know what? I'd like this pick. It's
Kincaid has better.
it
hands.
helps Josh Allen, but you know what?
So let's think about this from Josh Allen's perspective in the offense.
He loves tight ends.
right? So like,
He already said he loved the Kincaid pick. There's already been a report out that he said he texted GM or whatever. He said, "Oh my God, I love it."
And if Josh Allen is the reason they took Dalton Kincaid, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah, man, that's why you
well,
went.
not
to
really,
Wyoming.
because he did adjust his contract to make a room this year. He did
I
take a
understand, but
reach.
you're paying your tight end $26 million
Yeah, you
for this
wouldn't have
year.
needed that.
You don't need another tight end.
After everything I've heard today, here's where I have to put that.
That's
right?
early, too.
I can't. I'm gonna put him at a B, straight.
Really,
B.
I have him at B
Straight up.
minus, and I'm a freaking fan.
I'm gonna put him at a B straight up because Dalton Kincaid is very talented, and we know Dalton Kincaid was not gonna be in the second round.
No, I love
But
Kincaid.
Brian,
No.
but Brian Branch was also not there in the second round. We think
No.
Brian Branch should have went there instead.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I think they addressed guard.
They were comfortable.
They addressed guard.
Yeah.
What did we say about Josh Allen? He needs protection.
Yeah.
He's got to quit running. They addressed guard twice. Osiris Torrance, Nick Brocker. Like both those guys. That's huge.
Yeah.
And
I love both those picks. He was great at Ole Miss.
Brocker in the 7th is huge.
Yeah, I like Brock.
So
I would
think-
say
I think that's it
Brocker
right
in the
there for me.
7th is almost as big as Voorhees or not Voorhees. I'm sorry.
That's it for me in that situation.
Brian Branch in the
So,
second for me.
Are you saying you give him a straight B?
Straight up B.
I like that.
B.
Mine's a B minus.
You like a B also?
Yeah, B's fine. I mean,
right.
like they're mid. It was a mid pick.
Let's move on to Carolina.
26 million.
Yeah, for a tight end who's not going to
They're
have
ridiculous.
1,000 yards and no more than 8.
He's never
That's what
had
I'm saying.
1,000
But
yards, yeah.
Damn.
he's not worth 26 million.
Well, tight ends do more than just catch.
You need.
Depending.
You could have got Young at wide
Yeah, it
receiver. I
depends.
wouldn't have been mad at that pick.
So Carolina,
Oh.
Bryce Young out of Alabama,
C.
Jonathan Mingo in the 2nd out of Ole Miss,
B.
DJ Johnson in
That's a
the
good pick.
3rd out of Oregon, Chandler Zavala in the 4th out of North Carolina State, and Jamie Robinson in the 5th out of Florida State.
Not that
So,
Jamie Robinson.
I'll be
Better
honest.
Jamie Robinson.
I don't like Bryce Young and Jonathan Mingo. Good pick. Better than that, I think they had a mid draft.
Jonathan
Yeah.
Mingo
Didn't
has
they-
been getting a lot more
Hey,
praise and
But
hype.
Johnny,
We
They
are high on
have
him
to.
for a
They
while.
have to.
I actually the best pick in this draft for them is Jonathan Mingo.
It is.
Yeah,
By far.
not even Bryce Young.
Johnny,
No.
didn't they trade to get Jonathan Mingo? Didn't they trade?
I
to get
believe they
that?
traded next year's 3rd
No, they
to
didn't.
go up after
No,
him.
they did
because
not.
this does not.
Didn't they make a trade somewhere in this draft?
They traded for
They
DJ
tr-
Johnson.
yeah,
Oh,
They
okay.
traded up with Pitts.
DJ
so
Johnson.
that right there is that reach to get that edge. And you like DJ Johnson, like
Yeah.
DJ Johnson.
Nope.
Oh, you didn't.
They got
Okay.
they got it from Pittsburgh in the 3rd.
Yep.
Okay.
So in my mind, like they lost picks
Yep.
to get
You lost value.
to mediocre
get-
players.
Yeah.
Because there is a lot better edges that were taken
That's
after this.
That's a good avenue to take. I was just gonna say they're dog shit.
So
that's a deep.
I mean,
it's
it's
a
pretty.
deep.
It's,
Look at that,
It's the
Ryan
third-
D.
it's
Love
the
it.
third
it's hard
round.
for me.
So this is one of those teams, right? And I'm gonna go out on a limb, right? And what did I tell you? I saw
like
it.
that
I saw
point.
it. Ryan said D for Carolina, and he said they gave too much up for Bryce. And we have to take that into account, right?
Mine's
Because they
B
made that
minus.
trade and they traded a bunch
B
of picks.
minus. You give them the same grade as Buffalo.
Well, keep in mind, let's take Bryce out of this, right? Let's take Bryce out of this. Let's just say Bryce.
Jonathan Mingo is a steal.
Let's say Bryce is Alex Smith. Let's just say that,
Jonathan
right?
Mingo
Let's
is
just
a
say that.
steal.
Alex Smith was good.
Let's say
Let's say
is
Bryce
Alex
Young
Smith.
is middle of the field.
He's Alex Smith.
He's like
KJAM
20.
stuff.
Right? Let's say Bryce is Alex Smith. Take that out. Now let's look at the other picks. Because we obviously know that they were sold on Bryce. They did everything they could for
They were
Bryce.
sold on this kid
Right.
to DJ Johnson.
D+.
And we've never seen these people play, right? So let's just say Bryce is who they think he is.
Oh.
Because the Browns, we have to, as a Browns fan,
He
you
is
kind of
not
have to,
him.
right?
He is not.
I have no D's in my grades.
We
C
kinda
minus
have
is
to.
the lowest.
To
It's
me,
just hard.
Even with the Jonathan Mingo pick, which I think is a good pick for them because they needed
That is
to
a good
address
pick.
wide
That's good-
receiver,
That's a good pick.
which they
I
still need to.
still put it at a C flat.
Okay.
C minus.
because
I'll go down with you guys and go C flat
C minus.
from B minus.
So it's a C.
Again,
Panthers
it's
gonna
hard
C.
for me to grade because
they lost a lot of picks here where they could have
Well, they-
addressed
well,
other
For
situations.
Bryce Young, which is why they should be a D.
It's not
Again,
about the Bryce Young. If
it
they
is.
even
Everybody-
traded to get this kid DJ Johnson.
And who knows? We
Like,
might be wrong.
there's
Maybe
other things.
maybe Bryce Young might be, the top dog, but I
Next coming of
don't see
Jesus.
it. I don't.
Well, and that's my argument, right? I'm taking Bryce Young out because we don't have, and I said Bryce Young could be a top 5. He very well could be in this
top-
draft. In
a
this
top
draft.
five
In this
all
draft.
pick?
in the draft.
Like he very well could be. I'm not going to argue
I was
it.
about
Like
to lose my shit.
he's not going to be a top 5 quarterback.
Oh my
There's
God.
no way,
I-
especially with the weapons he has now.
Aneurysm inbound.
So
All right, so for Chicago,
call the Bears.
Da Bears.
in the first was Darnell Wright out of
oh
Tennessee.
man.
2 seconds with Javon Dexter and Tyreek Stevenson out of
hold
Florida and
on.
Miami. Third was Zach Pickens out of South Carolina.
I love this.
2
draft.
fourths with Roshan Johnson,
Roshan's a good.
Tyler Scott out of Texas and Cincinnati. 2 fifths with Noah Sewell and Terrell Smith out of Oregon and Minnesota.
shit.
And 2 sevenths with Travis
got a lot to
Bell
go.
and Kendall
Oh, that's gonna be a long night.
Williamson out of Kennesaw State and Stanford.
I'm off
So
tomorrow. You're not.
Chicago is an A for me, easy.
An easy A.
An easy
so I
A.
want to point
All
out
day long.
Ryan even says A for
They got
Chicago.
so much value. They
A
filled a
plus.
lot of holes. You know who Roshan Johnson reminds me of? Who they just lost?
Latavius Murray.
David
Bears?
Montgomery.
David Montgomery.
Latavius
No,
Murray.
no.
No,
Khalil Herbert.
Chicago.
No,
He
they
said
still
who
have.
they just
They still
lost.
have Khalil Herbert.
thought-
right?
I
Never
thought-
I don't
mind.
care who he
Agent.
said they just lost. You asked who Rashawn Johnson reminded him of. It's Latavius
Rashawn
Murray.
Johnson's
Yeah,
6'3".
for-
It's
No.
Latavius Murray.
Matt Forte. He reminds me a lot of Matt Forte.
I reminds
Matt
me.
Forte
He
was
reminds
like
me.
5'10".
Matt Forte
Yeah.
was 6'1".
No, he reminds me a little bit of
Not
Monty.
6'3".
He's a
Roshan's
he's
6'3".
he's a violent guy.
Right. But that's Matt Forte.
At least
is not
college-wise.
that way.
No,
Matt
but he can
Forte
run hard.
is Latavius Murray.
Exactly, Ryan. And they receive picks for next year.
is-
Plus, they got DJ
Hold
Moore,
on.
and
I
plus
didn't know
DJ
I'm
Moore
not
is
trying
in
to
a.
fight about this guy.
Plus,
Roshan Johnson is 6', 219. Matt
Oh,
Forte was
what?
6'1", 221.
Oh.
so
Rashawn
you got to
Johnson was
remember
not
they
6 foot. He was
essentially
taller
they
than
essentially
Yeah.
also drafted
Roshan
DJ
Johnson
Moore.
that's what
Yes, they
ESPN
did.
says.
Yes, they did. They got to tackle the future and Darnell Wright.
A
Love
first.
this kid. A first, and they got DJ Moore. Oh my god.
This is the best draft next
Yeah,
to I would have to go probably Philadelphia.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna do this. We talked about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The first 7 picks for the Bears on this podcast at length.
We had all of them.
We got all of them, and you know what? I'm giving them an A plus. This was
I
a
like
fantastic
Tyler
draft.
Scott. That's going to be their punt returner, kick returner
I do
this
like
year.
Tyler Scott. I think,
And he's a running back turned wide receiver. from
my big
Cincinnati.
question was Noah Sewell, and I said it in our linebacker show. 2021, he was legit. He was really flipping good, and he showed up. But in 2022, he played scared. He definitely, you can clearly see something was
He was
off.
saving himself for the draft.
I hope not, because that's not great. Now you're here. Time to step up, buddy boy.
KJ was high. I think he was a little high on
I
Sewell.
like Stevenson,
I like Sewell.
Zach Pickens. I mean, like they loaded the middle. I love the Darnell Wright pick at 10. I love that pick so much. I love it. Justin Fields, he's got no excuse now. Your back is covered. Darnell Wright's legit.
Yep. So you want
A+.
What about you, KJ?
This is the best draft.
For
Mine's
Chicago,
A.
I had it as an A+.
All right. So you want to move on to
Bengals.
Cleveland? Or sorry, Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
So Cincinnati
Mid.
had Miles Murphy out of Clemson in the first,
That's a good pick. At 28, that's value.
29.
28th pick.
CJ.
I'm on the same website.
ESPN says 29.
NFL says 28.
You got to remember. You got to remember there was no 32, so it's a 28 because of the 32.
Okay, so ESPN's just
Whatever.
messed up.
That's NFL.com.
Second was DJ Turner out of Michigan. Third was Jordan Battle out of Alabama. Fourth was Charlie Jones out of Purdue. Fifth was Chase Brown out
Charlie
of
Jones,
Illinois.
is he the white dude? That dude's scrappy. He's going to be good. What?
This
Two-
is my boy on UDFA.
Hold
In
on.
Dynasty.
Ah!
Do not bring this kid up.
Oh, no. Charlie Jones is legit.
Keep going, Johnny. Keep going.
Two was
Oh, yeah.
then T Higgins. Anyways, 2-6.
the hook.
2-6 was Andre
Iosivas.
Iosivas and Brad Robbins out of Princeton and Michigan, and DJ Ivy in the 7th out of Miami.
He was the other
So-
corner from
Tyreek
Stevenson.
Stevenson, yeah.
Yep.
Ryan, here's my ass.
They get an A for me.
They get an A.
Yeah, Miles
You
Murphy
gave
on
them
the
an
opposite
A.
side of Trey Hendrickson.
Ryan says he loves it.
It's going to be nasty. And Andre Iosivas is going
in
to.
the sixth, he's good.
He's
Jeff.
replacing Tyler Boyd.
Yes, I was about to bring up. He's going to be wide receiver 3 on that team this year.
You know who I think's gonna replace
He's not going to be wide receiver 3.
Tyler Boyd? It's Charlie Jones.
It's Charlie.
Charlie Jones is like he played for fucking Purdue with
Charlie Jones.
Who threw the ball?
Was it
Who did
O'Connell?
Andre Iosivas have at fucking Stanford?
Some dude.
Tyson Bagent?
Yeah, was it Tyson Bajan? No, it's Stanford. Bajan played for the Rams.
They had
somewhere.
Aiden O'Connell.
Oh, no, it was Jaden O'Connell. Your
Hey,
boy.
Ryan,
Aiden O'Connell. I love
have to-
Aiden.
Oh man,
So,
Charlie
or
Jones.
3/3,
Charlie
it's
Jones is
gonna happen.
legit.
So-
And I give them an I give them a B plus.
Ryan, I'm getting Charlie Jones. I'll find a way to take him in a second.
You
I don't-
sucking
All
my
right,
face?
what's your grade for him?
I gave him a B plus. I really like this draft. Miles Murphy, honestly,
I like
that
that
pick
pick.
alone in the 28th, 29th,
It's
whatever.
it's a catapult
such
value.
Good value in my opinion. Wasn't huge on DJ Turner. However, he is sticky, man. So Eli Apple, you're fucked. Jordan Battle fills a need because they lost both safeties this year.
Eli is spoiled.
Stop taking my take.
Eli is burnt toast.
And Charlie Jones, Chase Brown. We talked about him at Illinois.
That's what
Love
Ryan
that.
said. He's like, I love Chase Brown.
I mean, he's
B
probably.
plus, so I get it.
I mean, I give him a B.
KJ?
I'll give him a B plus. I really like this draft.
So prior to today, right? And I'm just, it's
this-
mainly because I'm
Is this drunk KJ?
no, it's, I actually looked at the order of the picks,
Hurry up, the Browns are next.
and that increased my value for them. Initially, I had them as a C plus.
Really?
You said you loved their
I
draft.
just gave him a
No,
B
no,
plus.
I never said I love their draft.
I love their
Never. But here's what I will say: they addressed edge, first pick overall.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
They addressed corner, second pick overall.
Well.
They addressed safety,
Third.
third pick overall.
And they got good value on
everything
them.
they lost in the offseason and they're struggling with, they addressed in the top 3 rounds.
I like that. Yeah.
Then they went and said, we're losing a wide receiver and possibly 2. Because T might be gone next year, right?
Are you that high in Charlie Jones?
No. That has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying they're losing a receiver, possibly 2,
He's gonna
right?
go and draft him dynasty.
Right? Not Charlie Jones. I'm just saying they're losing T.
Stop
They're
it.
losing Tyler Boyd, possibly T.
You're running interference hard. This dude is so into it.
No, I'm just saying is that they went out and got Iosivas, who was Tyler Boyd's replacement.
Yeah.
Charlie Jones is not T's replacement.
He could
He's
be
a check down.
because he's not a yak guy.
He's a check. He's a check down. He's a possession receiver.
He's a really
He's
good possession receiver. He's got. Oh, he is. That's it.
This fucking guy. My comp to Charlie Jones is Julian Edelman,
Oh shit.
and he got drafted in the 4th round. They drafted him over Iosivas, so they saw the same thing. Would be my assumption. So I'm giving them a B, even though I don't think they needed receiver, right? Because they
mean-
have very good. The kid Irwin, right? I can't remember. It's like Chuck Irwin. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
The white kid that they have catching balls out there with long hair.
Oh yeah. Blake Irwin.
I got you,
It's
motherfucker.
not Blake.
Oh,
but
gee.
I got you, motherfucker.
What happened here?
KJ said, I love Cincy's draft, but they are only getting a B from me. Although
And I said
they
B.
got
Did I actually
themselves
say B?
feeling it.
He just said.
I
B.
just said
He
B.
changed it. He remembered
said
that
C
text.
plus.
He remembered that
Because
text.
you
He's
saw
like,
me looking.
I don't have my phone on me.
Oh,
I
you got-
said B.
He's got eyes. Oh, I love
Get
this.
you.
This is PKJ, boys.
I don't have.
This is
I
peak
said B.
KJ.
Well,
I
you know
love
what?
this.
You know what that says to me? You know what that says to me? Is consistency.
Yeah, I'm not
Stop.
disagreeing
it.
with you. All right, let's go to the Browns where they don't have consistency. Just kidding.
Wow.
He's just blowing up that fucking balloon in his head.
Yeah.
Ryan, stay off my bro.
Let's go to the Browns.
We talking about the Browns?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You want to talk about?
They
Yeah.
took
baby.
2 wide receivers in the 2nd round and the 3rd
You might want to
round.
find a way to cut this
Why don't
from
you-
A
why don't
to
you read 'em
C
off
and
there,
the
Wheels?
rest of the
Oh, so,
draft.
I could.
Okay, or Steven, yeah.
I don't.
Cedric Tillman in the 3rd.
You
from
forgot
Tennessee.
Elijah Moore in the 2nd.
Oh, that's right. Don't
You
forget.
forgot Deshaun Watson in the 1st.
Oh yeah, how about that around my
Doesn't
mind?
count. It wasn't our draft pick.
Siaki Ika in the 3rd from Baylor. DeJuan Jones
A
out of
cream on
Ohio
a
State.
donut
We're
just to
talking
eat
about
it.
4th round pick out of Ohio State. He was my number 1 tackle. Isaiah McGuire out of Missouri. I do like that. Is a in the 4th.
When you look at his pick, it's a stud. He's a stud at that pick.
He is going to be. I think he's going to be worth something. Dorian Thompson Robinson. I don't hate this kid. I think he's going to be.
What did you say he was?
Tillman is bro Corey Davis. He's not bro Corey Davis.
Who did you say?
I'll take Corey Davis. Corey Davis is good.
Corey Davis was...
A.J. Brown and Corey Davis were like top 20 receivers together. So if he's going to complement the other side of the field, I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
I call Dorian Thompson-Robinson a more accurate Lamar with his speed. He's not as shifty by any means, but he is as fast. Cameron Mitchell
He's not as fast.
He's not as fast. Cameron Mitchell out of Northwestern. He's a cornerback. I think that was a nice little pick. Another Northwestern cornerback. And Luke Whippler. He's the center of Ohio State. I have this draft.
So I have them as a B+ or B-.
This guy, unbelievable. He hated the Tillman pick.
And you can sit there and be mad, KJ, but you drafted 2 wide receivers in the second and third, and you need defense.
Nope, take it back.
Nope, not.
They didn't draft anybody in the second. They traded the second. And I understand your argument.
You
argument.
don't need wide receiver.
But we're not making arguments based on traded draft picks.
They absolutely need.
We're not making arguments based on traded draft picks because you've done this with nobody prior to this statement.
That's not true. He has given credit where it's due.
Yes, I did.
When with trades. Now, I will say, listen,
You've given credit where it's due with trades?
Yeah, with trades and value picks.
Then
and
where did you rate the Ravens?
I rated them as an A. Or no, an A.
Oh, and they traded their second round pick for what?
Who did they trade their second round pick for?
I don't know. Where did they trade? You didn't rate that one.
That's oh my god! You're gonna cherry pick.
You're not staying consistent.
Oh my god!
You're
just butthurt because it's the Browns and they're gonna be shit this year.
No, you're not staying consistent.
So.
If we're gonna rate the draft, we're gonna rate the draft based on the picks they had, and they address needs of the picks they had. Go back to
Buffalo.
They didn't address needs. You don't need wide receiver. You have DPJ. You said this was his contract year.
They need receiver.
They need receiver.
You have 5 fucking receivers on your team.
7.
About time.
7 receivers.
They've been touting out.
Cedric Tillman won't have more than 500 yards.
You do understand that there's something called an off-season and cuts, right? Pretty boy?
I'll stand by my
boy. He called you
I'll
pretty.
stand by my statement. He won't have more than 500 receiving yards and more than probably 40 receptions.
I don't that means nothing to me.
I don't know about that.
You know why that means nothing to me? It's
because you're a Browns fan.
No, because Patrick Mahomes had no receivers with 1,000 yards.
Deshaun Watson isn't fucking Patrick Mahomes. He's
better.
a net.
You're right.
Oh my God.
I see Tillman being like David Bell.
You're retarded.
Did Patrick Mahomes ever throw for 4,700 yards in 16 games? No, he didn't.
Does Deshaun Watson have 2 Super Bowls? No, the fuck he doesn't. Does Watson have 2 Super Bowls?
No, he played for the Houston Texans.
Okay.
Anyways, what's the Browns' grade?
How many Super Bowls does Patrick Mahomes have, KJ?
We're already an hour in. We got to keep going.
Yeah, honestly,
how many Super Bowls does Patrick Mahomes have?
It's a Wednesday. Yeah. We're gonna finish the Browns and we're gonna wrap.
All right.
We can go further. We just have to cut it.
Oh, buddy.
Coward.
The Browns get an A-. I really like this draft. I was high on Tillman. He wasn't even a top 5 receiver.
I love every single pick except for the Tillman pick because they panicked when Hyatt was taken.
They didn't panic.
They wanted Hyatt.
I mean, honestly,
that's not true.
I would have had it.
That's not true. They reached out to Tillman before the draft, met with him. He met with the owner of the Browns, had dinner, and they said they were going to pick him.
Where's the proof?
In tweets.
Stop it.
Okay, Donald Trump. Let's move on.
Stop it. The Browns.
You're pulling shit out of your asshole.
Hold on. Here it is. I'm gonna make that shit. That's gonna be next. It's gonna be Eat the Hook.
Pulling shit out of my ass.
My lord.
I love you, KJ.
No, the Tillman pick. I really like the Tillman pick because I really like Tillman. I love the Siaki Ika pick.
Siaki Ika, Dewan Jones, Luke Whippler. I love all those picks.
He's going to be a starting
B-
tackle.
The same as the Bills.
I gave them an A-. I gave them a whole
because I value it's another.
Why do you value the first round pick that much, even though this is a third?
It's not. It's a third. I value them. It's the same as the Dalton Kincaid pick. It's just not a smart pick.
So my argument,
you traded your second for Elijah Moore,
which I think is way more value and makes more.
I like Tillman more than Elijah Moore.
For the Browns, you like Tillman over Elijah Moore.
You go ahead. Look what guys got taken in the second round where we would have drafted.
Did he say he likes Tillman over Elijah Moore?
Yeah,
yes, I do.
But yet he rated them low.
Yeah,
I didn't. They're B-. It's not low. That's a good draft.
B-, A-. What's your grade? An A. So they're gonna get an overall B+.
Yep. All right.
Cowboys. How about them boys?
Fuck the Cowboys. Let's move on.
They drafted Mozzie.
So Mozzie Smith.
Now he goes there to die.
I will try my hardest to get through this.
So Mozzie and Luke Schoonmaker both out of Michigan in the first and the second. DeMarvion Overshone out of Texas in the 3rd.
Love it, love it, love it.
Viliami Fayoko in the 4th out of San Jose State.
Junior.
It doesn't say it.
It does.
Asim Richards out in the 5th out of North Carolina.
Is it a
Not
sim or a
ESPN.
sim?
Asim.
Oh.
Asim.
Asim.
Eric Scott Jr. in the 6th, and Deuce Vaughn out of Kansas State
I love
and
that
Southern
pick.
Miss.
Did you see the video of his dad
Yes.
crying? Oh man,
That was
that,
a great video.
that's heartbreaking, dude.
That should be a hype video.
I love
Anyways, and then in the
Just
7th
remember-
was Jalen Brooks out of South Carolina.
Just remember, the Ravens got Roquan Smith for a 5th round.
Linebackers aren't worth as much.
Who is their second?
I don't know, but guess what?
Oh, you're going to
Roquan
talk
Smith
about the
is a
ones that
5th.
advantage you, but not the one that just disappeared, right?
I mean, the
I'm a
Browns.
politician.
the Browns
I'm a
The
politician.
Browns got Cooper for a 5th.
Last year.
Oh fuck me,
Six.
dude. Jesus Christ.
6.
All right, we're moving.
They're
That's-
C
Yeah,
plus.
we gotta go.
Dallas gets a C plus.
That's a goalpost.
Dallas gets
C
a C
plus?
plus.
That's a moving. B plus.
C.
C
C.
plus. Jesus.
C plus.
Hold on. Dallas gets an A minus for me. A minus.
I don't know about that.
Why? Because their first 3 picks.
I love Mozzie, and
Honestly,
I
I
love.
like their first 3 picks. If you take out
Mozzie
I did
Smith,
not like Schoonmaker.
I
Right.
do not
You
like
don't have to
Schoon.
like Schoonmaker, but they had to fill a hole, right?
I get it.
Soldiers gone.
I get
Okay.
it.
DeMarvion Overshone, linebacker. They have to help Micah. They have to.
Yep.
Micah cannot do it all by
That's
himself.
Other than
who
that-
also just came out and said he is going to be a dedicated defensive end and he's going to gain weight.
There you go, Ryan. Micah's finally a DN. You're welcome.
He's always been a DN.
No, he's been an
He
outside
came out and
linebacker.
officially said
He
that he
is
is going to play
always been an edge
exclusively.
rusher.
And then they addressed it
defensive
as Sim Richards tackle. Their offensive line is getting old, super old.
Yep.
And then what they did is Deuce Vaughn, a guy to help fill this roster because
I think.
Zeke is gone.
Hold on,
Pollard is coming back
What
from an
is-
injury.
What are his intangibles? Deuce Vaughn is 5'5".
he's small.
I'm taller than him.
He's small, he's light, and he's fast. He's a slot receiver. He's going to be Darren Sproles on that offense.
Buddy, that's small. I didn't,
5'5", 180, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't realize he was so small.
Yeah, he's tiny.
That's not a great pick.
It's not that it's not a great pick.
Wow.
It's that there are good small running backs.
They
It's
already
just-
have one in Tony Pollard.
Darren
He's
Sproles
5'9".
LT. To the smallest.
Darren-
Well,
or
LT might
Tony
have been
Pollard's
taller.
5'9". He's not that small.
Yeah.
He's the average running back height.
We're only
But that's fine. Like
D's.
so, like I said, I got them at an A minus. I can't rate these guys that bad, but that's where I got them. So because I think they filled holes they needed to fill.
That's
Wanna
a-
go to
that's a B.
Denver?
That's a B.
Yep. So now it's the Broncos.
So if you had to average them out, there'd be exactly.
B
I
plus.
think because
B
you had them at a
exactly.
C, right?
C plus.
Yeah.
So
So
they'd
like
be
there'd
B.
be exactly.
So Denver had Marvin Mims in the 2nd out of Oklahoma.
I did not like that pick.
Drew Sanders in the 3rd, and Riley Moss out of Arkansas and Iowa.
I love that.
J.L. Skinner in the 6th out of Boise State, and Alex Forsyth out of
I
Oregon,
like
Oregon
Alex
in the 7th.
Forsyth.
Let me tell you one thing before you jump into your grade. Jerry Judy's gone.
No, he's not.
Now tell me
Because of
if you
Marvin
like,
Mims?
No. Jerry Judy's gone because him and Russell never were on the same page.
He was
They
the
had
best
fights
wide
throughout the season.
receiver.
Now you're just,
Hold on,
oh
hold
God,
on.
we're going to be off topic for a while.
Let me make this argument.
They had fights throughout the season.
Russell Wilson wasn't on the same page with anybody all season.
Because
Right.
of Nathaniel
Yeah, but
Hackett.
Cortland Sutton didn't fight the way Jerry Judy did.
Cortland Sutton is a professional and a 1. Jerry Jeudy is a punk kid.
You see where I'm coming from? And now add the coach in.
Denver gets B minus.
He's not going to put up with that shit.
I think Denton.
Denver gets a B minus.
I think their best pick was Drew Sanders.
This is a fire under Judy's ass right there.
Let's hope he shows up. I give them a C plus.
It is a weird pick, Ryan. It's
B
almost
minus.
it was a force.
Mims is weird that early.
B minus. That's what I
They
have.
reached
minus.
on Mims. They
Yep.
they panicked for some fucking reason.
Drew
B minus.
Sanders. All right, what do you have him at?
To be honest, like they should have
C
addressed
plus.
running back in this draft.
So they get a
But
B.
B minus.
Yes, because
they
if they were saying earlier that Javonte Williams might not even play all year,
Oh, right.
then
That's a low grade for you.
they
Ryan.
should have
Oh shit! I love it.
acknowledged the running
I
back.
love the foresight.
Let's go to Detroit.
The Forsyth
seventh.
has
Yeah,
value
that
later.
was a good value.
Oh man,
So-
Detroit! This is gonna be a fun one, guys.
So Detroit had Jahmyr Gibbs and Jack Campbell both in the 1st out of Alabama and Iowa.
Grade.
2 seconds with Sam Laporta and Brian Branch out of Iowa and Alabama.
These guys.
2/3 with Hendon Hooker and Broderick Martin out of Tennessee and Western Kentucky.
This guy's drunk.
Colby
This
Sorsdahl
was prior to
and
today.
Antoine Green out of William and Mary and North Carolina.
I believe.
They get a C for me.
Why?
I don't like.
Is there an A
The
with a
exchange.
plus?
What-
That's not a plus.
What? No. What? It's just
A
an
leg.
I don't
Diagonal
like the
slash?
Gibbs, not
between a
Shane.
plus?
I don't like the Gibbs pick.
What
Like
did I give the Falcons? Does anybody remember?
C plus.
Did I really?
Yeah.
Because this was a way better draft because they took other pieces that they needed.
I like Jack Campbell. I like Sam Laporta, even though they utilize tight ends as much.
Hey,
as
Ryan
realize.
gave you guys an argument, right? When there's a run on one position, it happens more
Yeah,
often.
And honestly, it
100%
happened.
with it.
And
I
he
mean,
was,
I get
he
it,
was right.
yeah,
He
yeah.
nailed that.
So they're a C for me. Just
I don't like Laporta going here because I think it's
No,
going to be
I
a
don't
waste
either.
of
To
his
me,
career.
it's an
Why
A
is that?
slash. Like, it's not a plus.
This dude's
It's above
strong.
an A,
so it's an A
but
minus.
it's
gotta start-
between an
I
A
gotta-
and an
So,
A plus.
Steven, why don't you?
I gotta drink these monster
Why don't
drinks
you
way
like
more.
Laporta there?
I love Laporta as a player. I do not think that Goff likes tight ends this much.
What about Hendon Hooker? Does he love tight ends?
No. Well, actually, you know,
Well,
I'm
Goff
going to
is
be
supposed-
completely honest. I do not think Tennessee played with many tight ends.
No, they did not.
So that's yet to be determined. So I'm
Tennessee
gonna
was a
say
heavy
no,
wide
actually.
receiver
Goff
for.
is slated to get a hefty extension from what I read.
I think
yesterday
it's
or
going to
the day
be
before.
maybe a 2-year extension. It's going to be a true bridge quarterback extension, and they're going to go from there.
Let's go.
You know what? I'll sit at a flat A, and here's why.
Oh shit! You came way up.
Yeah, I'll sit at a flat A, and the reason being is because they didn't address the secondary.
Christian
Yeah,
Gonzalez.
I mean, they
would've
brought
been
up Branch. They got
fucking
Branch.
Branch is the only person that they
Christian
drafted,
Gonzalez.
but they
at
didn't
eight.
address
or
the
whatever.
cornerback position.
Goff has a potential out in 2023.
You know what? They passed on Gonzalez twice.
They didn't address the cornerback
stupid.
position.
All right, let's move
took
on to
Gibbs
Green Bay
and
before I lose
Campbell.
my
They
shit.
should have taken Gonzalez at 18 and let
No,
Campbell
Gonzalez
go.
was 14,
Gonzalez
Tillman
went
and
to
Hyatt.
20
So
to the Patriots. I thought.
17.
Wow.
You want to go to Green
You
Bay?
sure?
yeah.
He
so,
to the Steelers pick. He went to the Steelers pick, which I think was 17.
so Green Bay had 13 picks in this draft.
3 of them were wide receivers.
That's because you guys
Yeah.
traded back multiple times.
Man, wait, hold on. I gave them an A, by the way.
All right.
Lions had an A.
So in the first
They
was
get a B plus.
Lucas Van Ness out of Iowa.
Love
Great
it.
pick.
I
Two-
love that pick.
2 seconds was Luke Musgrave
John,
and
stop
Jaden
being
Reed
mad.
out of Oregon State and Michigan
I
State.
don't hate those picks.
You
No.
you hate Jaden Reed. You
You
didn't have him ranked in your top 20.
No, he wasn't even there.
He wasn't ranked in anyone.
We had to write him in. You just call fucking Tillman a tight end, Ryan. You're
Tucker
gonna piss me off.
Tucker Kraft in in the third out of South Dakota State.
They took 2 fucking tight ends.
Yeah, how did?
Oh man,
I don't know where you were
I
at.
was drunk on
They
night.
doubled up
He
on
was here.
mid-level
He
talent.
was slamming chicken. Do you remember?
I was drunk on night too.
Colby Wooden out of Auburn in the fourth.
Holy
2
shit.
fifths with Sean Clifford and
I like the Sean
Dontavian
Clifford
Wicks out of
back.
That's
Penn State
an
and
awful
Virginia.
Pick.
I like the Sean Clifford backup.
I hate him.
Uh,
Let's fucking start.
2-6, which is probably the second best pick of the draft with Carl Brooks. And
Yep.
Anders Carlson out of Bowling Green
Oh,
and Auburn.
man.
And then 4 sevenths with Carrington Valentine, Lou Nichols III,
Do they-
Anthony Johnson Jr., Grant Dubose out of Kentucky
Dubose.
Central.
Do they
He's French.
Kentucky,
The
Central
Beau.
Michigan, Iowa State, and Charlotte.
All right, hold on.
do
John,
they get
John,
hold on, do
what
they
you
get
B plus.
do they get an A plus just for Carl
No.
Brooks?
No, that's gay.
No,
B
because
plus.
then it defeats the whole purpose of a grading system out of
It's
how
B
many
plus.
players
Look it
that
up.
they got
Maddie.
to assess their needs.
It's B plus.
me.
I love Carl Brooks that late to them. It's a good knee with Gary coming off an injury.
I hate that they drafted 2 tight ends.
Oh shit, I forgot about Rashawn Gary. Oh my god, actually
Yeah, Carl Brooks is a good pick there.
opposite Rashawn Gary, that is a good pick.
Yeah.
Hey Wheels, can I
a
have
B
one
plus.
conversation with you?
Uh-oh.
Like
You know who-
legitimately.
You know who the Browns could have had in this draft?
Fuck.
Luke Musgrave, because that was their pick.
I don't want Luke Musgrave.
But that was their pick,
From who?
not Will Anderson.
Who was taken after that pick, real
I
quick?
Yes,
give
no.
it- hey,
Who was
Johnny,
taken after that pick?
Jaden Reed.
Keep going. Let's see what
Tucker
else.
Kraft.
No, I'm talking about the pick that the Browns had. Go back to that
Oh, I'm
round.
not going to the 75.
No, yeah, go
players.
do
No, that's
that.
just
So
too far.
let's see how much talent
That's too
they
far.
passed up on.
Well, nobody.
If you
because
wanna
they
make
got
this
Elijah Moore.
conversation,
They got
let's make
Elijah
it
Moore.
accurate.
They got Elijah Moore.
Let's make it accurate. You want to have the conversation, talk about accuracy, go and look.
So,
consistency, not accuracy.
Okay, same thing. Consistency. You want to talk about consistency? Let's go look. Because
Dontavian Wicks.
Dontavian Wicks.
You know what? I don't disagree. That was a good pick.
Yes,
That is a good
Dontavian
pick,
Wicks is a
yeah.
late. I don't.
Thank you for bringing that up, Ryan. Because Dontavian Wicks kind of can be overshadowed in this draft.
He can be
with
a.
all the other receivers that have been.
He
seen.
can. He's gonna be your guys' Lazard.
yeah, he's got a.
You think
He's got the
you
same-
think he's got that speed?
Yeah. So I'm not saying speed wise. He's your Lazard to where He's not. Yeah,
out routes.
he's not going to be
Who are we talking about?
top tier. He's
Did
not going to
David
be bottom.
Wicks.
He's right there with
Oh, we
you.
moved
He's
on.
right in the middle. You know,
No, still Green Bay.
he's going to be on the team. You're going to know his name. He's going to run short routes. You know,
I know Ryan liked him.
I don't hate him. I think it's a good pick. You don't have Lazard. I think it replaces his role in the team personally.
I think here's my thing, and this is the hard part about giving them like a C or a D or
Yeah,
or
he was
a low B.
25, I think.
I
Is what
just don't-
Johnny, listen for 1 second. Just 1 second. My hard part about giving this team a bad grade, because I know they did need like safety and they needed some defensive positions, is that they addressed the offense, and I don't think they fully trust the quarterback, and they didn't reach for a quarterback.
So
I think that in this situation, this is why I give them a B or a B minus.
They're a B plus.
I'm kind of like a B, honestly, because they addressed as many weapons as possible and gave Jordan Love whatever he needed to succeed, and we'll see this year.
I'm gonna be. So John,
So
what was the grade you gave him?
I don't understand the Jaden Reed pick just because they have Christian Watson, who is
Speed.
a speedy guy.
They might
another speed
they
guy.
might see
But-
something else in Jaden Reed that none of us see, and
He's
it could
shorter
be
than Watson.
Maybe a
it could-
returner.
it could be a returner, which I've heard. And I
5'11",
that's an
187.
insane-
That's actually a decent size.
That's an
typical.
insane draft pick to draft a returner.
I completely agree, but it's Green Bay. No
But-
offense, Johnny.
Johnny, what could happen is this could be a possession guy because he was very good at possession at that team. So that could be the
They're B
argument.
plus for me.
Is that it could be a possession receiver?
So my only thing would be is that they have to be drafting depth because they lost Tunyon and there was and Mercedes Lewis
I think
retired or something. I don't
So
know.
He's somewhere in the dust in the
You're
back.
right.
So let me-
background.
So there's two tight ends who you drafted way too early that you don't know
No.
who's going to be the starter or
Yes, you
if it's
do.
just going to be a timeshare.
they're both gonna play. Both of them run 4.6s. Both of them have
They're both
fantastic
slot
hands.
receivers.
So
They're
the
both
reason-
slot receivers.
Well,
You
so-
got to look
but
at their
so
wide
that-
receiver
so this
core.
is.
But then you have Dubs and Watson.
What
So
receivers did you lose? You lost. What's his name?
those are your only two
Lazard,
guys.
Kyle.
One of these guys.
And Valdez-Scantling.
Musgrave.
yeah, and MVS was 2 years ago.
Musgrave is your new Lazard, and Kraft is going to be your new.
Musgrave is
Bob. Yes.
Musgrave's a tight end.
Yeah, Musgrave is. So Lazard was dog shit.
Agreed.
Don't disagree,
I'm
Ryan.
tired of arguing with that.
Don't disagree,
So
Ryan.
then-
That Jaden Reed was a reach.
So then who's-
hands down, hands down.
Who's going to start over Dobbs? Wicks or
Wicks.
Reed?
If anybody, it's going to be
Nobody's
Wicks.
starting over Dobbs.
But he won't.
Dobbs
If
or
you're gonna be
Dubs.
two
Dobbs
tight
or
ends.
Dubs is in a competition this year.
I don't think that
Yeah,
that's
Watson is the
realistic.
only guaranteed starting wide receiver.
Let's
Correct.
move on to
Christian
Houston.
Watson's the only guaranteed position on that offense. I would agree.
Let's move on
Outside
to-
of Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon.
Well, right, not running backs.
Well,
Or
and
not,
Jordan
not,
Love.
Not
Up
named
next,
running back.
Houston Texans. Obviously,
They paid him
took,
$20 million.
Yeah, 'cause they did
CJ
just the
Stroud,
quarterback.
second
Yeah,
overall.
we'll get through Houston and then Indy, right?
Yep. And then they took Will
yeah.
Anderson.
So C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson, and the
Hughes.
second and third overall picks at
Nobody.
Ohio State and Alabama. Juice Scruggs in the second out of Penn
Tank.
State. Nathaniel Dell in the third out of
The
Houston.
third round for Dell, dude.
Dylan Horton out of TCU
Jaden
in the
Reed
fourth.
went
But it's
before
early
this dude.
third. It's early third.
Damn.
Henry 2020 out of Alabama in the fifth.
Like that pick.
Jarrett Patterson out of Notre Dame in the sixth.
Love
and
that
a
pick.
Xavier
Oh.
Hutchinson out of Iowa State in the sixth. And following Brandon Hill out of Pittsburgh in the seventh.
They get a B minus for me.
What? No, hold
The
on.
Nathaniel, or not Nathaniel, the Will Anderson, I have a hard time with giving up that much of your future for
That's fair. I'll give you that.
a D. What is he? D
He's,
in linebacker.
he's listed as outside linebacker.
He's an
so
edge
in
player.
linebacker.
He's an edge player.
And I love their picks. Other than that, they gave up a lot. They gave up 2 firsts. Essentially, they put 2 first round picks. In
So
line.
arguably the second best talent in this draft
Ryan gives him an A.
is a problem for you.
Yes,
If
because he's not an every down guy.
actually Anderson
He's a
is
3-down guy. That's what
Carter
you would
is not.
consider an every down
I know.
guy.
Is it Carter?
Carter is
Okay,
not.
my bad.
Anderson is.
And that's my bad. I misspoke. It was Joe Carter that is not an every down back.
Yeah.
I love the Xavier Hutchinson guy late. I thought he would go earlier. I think he'll be on the team. Obviously, he's going to start. He's gunning for a job. I think he'll be on the roster
I mean, with
Come
this
season.
wide receiver crew, yeah, they should.
because you got Nico Collins, Robert Woods, and John Menchie. And this is why I said I think that Robert
Well, and
Woods may
Tank Dell
be
now
out.
too. So it's
And
you
Tank
drafted
Dell.
Dell and Hutchinson.
Right.
Well,
That's
Brandon Cooks
actually-
is gone, and Tank Dell is probably the Brandon Cooks.
Yeah.
So Nico Collins is
And
the one currently.
Xavier is your possession guy.
Yeah,
if he's
Nico
on the
Collins
team.
is the only proven starting a wide receiver other than
And
Robert
he-
Woods, that's that.
And Nico's really not that. He's a C guy. Eh.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm just saying as of
Oh
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
before
They
training
needed
camp, this
wide
is-
receiver, and they got value with Dell and Xavier Hutchinson.
I would see. I would probably see Hutchinson taking over Woods' role, and
That's yeah.
and Dell maybe playing in the.
That's
slot.
why I said I could see them cutting Woods
Yeah.
midway through. I know you
Took
didn't
Tank
agree
Dell,
with it.
have to give them an A, bruv.
Johnny, can you do me a favor? And I know this might.
They
take a
did get the
second.
guys that. Well, you know what, Ryan? I agree with that. I'm going to give them a B plus. I
Can
really
you
like
tell
this draft.
me who they traded
They're B minus.
for that third overall pick?
I-
All right, hold on. Here it is.
I would say
The Texans received number 3, number 105 in this year's draft. And the Arizona Cardinals received number 12, number 33 in this year's draft, plus 2024 first round pick, 2024 third round pick. The Texans traded their own 2024 first round pick to the Cardinals, not the Browns.
but
first round pick.
still have the.
So what you're telling me is that trading a first, two first and 2/3 and getting back a
and you said the
a
33
fourth,
overall.
getting back a fourth is too much for a guy who's comp to
It was shit.
Warren Sapp.
No,
Or
no,
Jalen
no,
Carter.
no.
Or Jalen
This is Will Anderson was
Khalil Mack.
Yeah,
Khalil Mack.
Khalil Mack.
So I got to give this team
I try not to lean on comps personally.
no, but if you're going to grade, you have to grade based on potential. That's the reason why you're trading them,
And
why you're drafting these guys.
I mean, they're at least a B plus, and I think I'm under.
I
gotta give them-
have them
I gotta give them an A.
as a B minus.
I gotta give them
I got to give them an
They're
A.
not bad.
I got to give
I
them
mean,
an
it's
A.
not bad draft.
They didn't give up much to go get a Khalil Mack.
They gave what an
What did
additional.
Chicago get traded to get actually Khalil Mack?
A lot.
Yeah.
So
Like-
to go get Will Anderson, right? So to go get, they gave up what, an additional one, which you could argue that whatever. I mean,
The 33
would you give up 2 ones for Myles Garrett? I think any team would. Right
Or
now,
T.J. Watt?
well, that's a hell of a comp.
Or Joey Bosa?
Potential premier passer. I mean, right?
Right.
That's what he is, Ryan. I mean, like that's him.
I just feel like it's a lot.
Oh shit, yeah, it is.
You know what?
However,
It's a lot.
if the dude shows up even
mean-
half the season every season, he's still gonna be.
Here's
a Hall
what
of
I'll
Famer.
tell you, and
that's the problem.
You guys know that we all are high on C.J. Stroud. That's an obvious. That's an obvious.
Yeah.
You,
And then they
you
drafted
needed offensive
and then
line.
they drafted a weapons. And I told you guys 202 was a very good.
They got Tunsil. They what they should have done is gone and grab a right tackle.
I am going to tell you right, and that right tackle could actually be
Patterson.
in this draft.
I think Patterson actually might flex out. Dude's legit.
Here's what I'll tell you: is this team this to me is an A plus if
Well,
Oh yeah,
if
6'5", 306. Patterson's gonna flex
if
out. I would
Xavier
expect to see him out
Xavier
there.
is what you think he is,
yeah.
this is hands down an A plus draft.
And if Will Anderson is exactly what you guys think he is, it's beyond an A plus. I completely agree. But it's just
Oh man.
Houston still needs help on defense. They gave away the
Wheels.
I mean,
How about this? How about
it's just it's tough.
What did you give him?
I give him a B minus.
B
How about
minus.
how
not
about
bad.
this?
Oh, Chipotle bet
What was our board?
I don't remember.
Will Anderson was number 1 overall
for edge.
in edge.
For edge, yes.
Xavier
Not for my
Hutchinson,
edge,
what-
but for your edge.
What was Xavier Hutchinson to you?
I think.
I think he was number 2.
Yeah. He was under.
So-
JSN was my 1.
So they got your number 2 wide receiver. What was Tank Dell to you?
In the 6th.
Hold on,
Tank
hold on.
Dell was 12.
Tank Dell was that far for you?
I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I got to
So,
go look at my laptop, but
Let's just swap Tank Dell and Xavier, right? Because they got both.
yeah, I wouldn't take it. I would have been pissed if they took Xavier at 3, 100%. I would have. I would have been mad.
No, he's saying in the
they
third
took
round.
Tank Dell in the 3rd round. Well, let's just put Xavier there because that's where you have it.
and then
Yes.
and then put
let's
Tank
put
Dell
Tank
in
Dell
the 6th.
in 6.
That doesn't change anything.
It changes everything
Oh shit.
No,
because
it
the
doesn't.
value is still there based
But you're
on your
still,
perception.
but you're still giving away talent.
It's
Man.
It's an A for me. It's an A for me.
Yeah,
Easily.
it's an A.
for me.
That's
You're
an A.
giving away talent.
Hold on,
I hope.
The only reason
I
I
hope
would-
Will Anderson is as good as everybody
Oh,
makes him
man.
out to be.
You guys know I love 202. He's one of the best linebackers. in
We
this
love
draft, so-
202 as a
He
show.
was a
In
very
the
close
5th,
2
he
for
was
me.
taken.
But you're giving up.
That's quality.
You're giving up a top 5 pick next year.
honestly, if this team shows up, I don't think so.
You know what I love about Ryan?
I think the Texans defense is going to be very, very good.
It was good last year.
And it was very good last year.
Giving up like 20
all
points
they
a
did was
game.
add pieces. I'm telling you, I really think the Texans are going to be an above average team. Oh my god!
Most improved
I can't
division.
believe I said that.
Most improved division.
I hope they are. I mean, I hope for CJ Stroud's sake they are. I mean,
you added quality.
Because if not, he's
going to
get crucified for it.
In my opinion, you had a quality on your line.
You need tackles.
I don't disagree with that. I think Patterson is going to flex out.
I hope so.
Johnny, we're going to have to cut the hell out of this show, but I love it.
This
is such a
there's
good
nothing
show.
that we can cut.
All
This is such a good show.
All right,
Let's go to Indy.
Let's finish with Indy, huh?
I might be here
We'll
all day
finish with
tomorrow
Kansas
just
City
cutting up
because
segments.
Kansas City is the halfway mark.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, Kansas City's next? I thought Indy was next.
No.
Indy.
We'll finish
Alphabetical
with-
order, right?
Indy gets C+.
I said we'll finish with Kansas City.
Indy
No,
gets-
we're finishing this fucking.
Indy gets a what?
We're finishing with
You
Indy.
are just an
All right.
auto C+.
No, we're finishing this
Yep.
whole thing.
Today?
We'll get there. We'll
Yeah,
get there.
We're not cutting tonight.
There's no way.
There's no
I'll
way.
cut it.
There's
We're
no
finishing
way.
this. We got this.
Oh no.
Alright,
We're
well,
going to be
so-
here until 9 o'clock.
There-
That's
no-
fine. This
Alright.
is the best conversations we've had in a long time.
Yeah, I agree. Ryan, yeah, okay, outside of the top 10, but they're going to be above average.
All right, Anthony Richardson out of Florida.
Julius Brents, cornerback out of Kansas State. Josh Downs, receiver out of North Carolina. Blake Freeland, the tackle out of BYU. Oh, shit. Adetomu. Oh,
Adebawore out of Northwestern.
yeah.
Adebawore.
Darius Rush out of South
Adetomu.
Carolina. Daniel Scott out of California. Will Mallory out of Miami. Evan Hall out of Northwestern. Titus Leo out of Wagner. Jalen Jones out of Texas A&M.
know
And
who
Jake
that is.
Witt out of Northern Michigan.
They get a C+ for me
Oh,
because
Jesus, no.
Anthony Richardson is too raw
guy.
to start.
Wait, you said A+?
C+.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
C.
He's not a starter for me.
You were high on 8.
I was not as high. Did not have him as a first round pick, and you can ask Steve. He was not a first round pick for me.
Did he not
just
get
like
more
Will
hyped
Levis.
on Anthony Richardson as the
I
year?
like Anthony Richardson over Will Levis, but
Ryan, I
he's
said
not a
that
first round
trade
pick.
God.
Wait, hold on. What are we getting fired out?
Our trade that we were talking about before the...
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
talk about that
Listen,
on Saturday
I-
because apparently it's going to drag.
Ryan,
It's going to drag.
I sent a trade to
is
Bo,
AIDS.
too.
It's
so.
AIDS. It's so bad.
I sent Bo...
John's just trying to pull Bo's
I
pants
sent.
down.
I
which
sent.
I'm here for that. That's going to be funny.
I sent Bo Deontay, 310 and 311 for Najee.
I want to give the Indianapolis Colts.
Deontay Johnson?
Hey.
Keep trade cut kept.
Eat
It
my
was.
I want to
in
keep,
the middle.
You're dog
I
shit.
wanna
You're
keep
dog shit for
Let's
that.
see. Moving.
I want to have the Indianapolis Colts at a B+ but A-, like right in between that area.
Mine's a C+.
I thought you only
I
had
don't like
minus?
it. I
What is
don't
your
like
aim?
Anthony Richardson.
I
at
don't-
4. That's a lot.
They
I
address
sent it to you,
needs.
Ryan.
They address
Anthony
needs.
Richardson has the highest ceiling in this draft.
And then the defense
but
struggled,
he also
right?
has a low floor.
Now, Brent's has work to do, in my opinion.
So two raw guys in the
Hold on.
first.
Go ahead and finish your statement because this guy made stupid shit. I'm just done with this guy.
Brent's deep ball tracking is garbage. You can watch any highlight against Quentin Johnston. It's not good. I like him overall. What is happening?
Hold on.
He's about to.
I like him. Josh Downs. I really like Josh Downs. I think he's going to be good for this team. He's going to fill that Paris Campbell role, and he's actually going to stay healthier somehow. Blake Freeland is a tackle. I loved Blake Freeland. I would have been okay if the Browns would have taken him. Adebawore, I really liked him too. I thought they had a really good draft. They got value with Will Mallory in the 5th. They got
I like
value
Will
with
Mallory
Evan
a lot,
Hall in the 5th.
I know he probably won't.
I like this draft. I'm gonna give them a
Adebawore?
B.
Adebawore was
B.
projected to be a late first round pick, so I don't know how he dropped.
Hey, Ryan, you ready for this one?
'Cause
Ryan, you
I
ready
think
for
he's-
this one?
I think he's older actually.
Wheels made a statement
AIDS.
that Anthony Richardson had the highest. Well, he had the highest ceiling. That's what Steve said.
But he had a low
And Wheels
floor
said he
in
has the lowest
college.
floor.
Out of
Do you guys remember that
quarterbacks.
statement being made about 5 years prior?
5 years?
Yeah.
For who?
Yeah.
Oh, it might be. I think he plays somewhere in New York.
That's what? Danny Dimes?
I'm sorry, but Josh Allen is 10 times the quarterback Anthony Richardson will be.
But the argument for Josh Allen was that he had the highest ceiling and the lowest
Go look at the
floor.
fucking accuracy. You have to. You
Anthony
literally
Richardson's
have
more
to
accurate
fight
than
me.
Josh Allen.
You literally have to fight me on every single pick, and it's hilarious because you keep going to Buffalo because that's all you can grab it. You're like
Because
a
that's
fucking
your
child.
Team. That's your team.
It is my team. You know what? At least they know how to fucking draft.
Hold on, what happened?
No, they don't.
Oh, really?
You
know how many
gave him a low
playoffs
grade.
were?
You guys traded like everything for Stephon Diggs.
Wait.
You don't know how to draft.
Why?
We traded a first-round pick for Stephon Diggs,
Yeah.
That was a good pick.
I
which
don't
is Justin
disagree with it.
Jefferson.
Josh Allen was nothing until Stephon Diggs.
Josh Allen did a lot before Stephon Diggs.
I would.
He was better than Baker Mayfield, who you all called savior of
Baker
Cleveland.
Mayfield.
I
made
thought
it to
you
the-
were a Browns fan.
Baker Mayfield made it to the playoffs before Josh Allen.
No, he didn't.
Is that true?
He did not.
Yes, he did.
Hold on,
No,
you're
he
drunk,
didn't.
so I don't know.
Second season, he made it to the playoffs.
I cannot
No, he
confirm.
didn't.
Yeah, it was second season actually.
I
was not.
don't like.
It was 20,
He was a wild card.
2019. We made.
That's
it.
making it to the playoffs.
Stop it.
Wild card is not making it to the playoffs. Sorry.
Oh,
Wild card is not a
technicalities.
playoff game.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Here we
go.
go.
That's go.
Anthony
All I was
Richardson is
saying-
going to be a bum.
No,
and you can keep making the Buffalo statement.
No, we're bringing it back.
Stop.
You can
Stop.
keep making
Stop.
the Buffalo
Would the
statement.
Browns
That's
have won that game in
fine.
Kansas City if fucking Higgins didn't take that hit that wasn't flagged?
Yes.
Good. Fuck you. They're a playoff team.
100%.
Eat my fucking dick.
But you can
Now
keep
you got-
making.
nah, you fucking- no,
you can
you
keep
did.
making the
Nah.
Buffalo statement,
forgot-
which is
no, no,
fine
no,
because that's
no.
the statement you've been
Tank
making
beat me
all
in the
week.
third. Oh,
We-
And I find it funny because you got to keep coming back to
No,
that,
Wheels,
just
I
like the
didn't make it a
Xavier
Buffalo
Hutchinson one.
statement. I didn't
I'm
make it a
getting
Buffalo
really
statement.
fucking annoyed with it. I'm not gonna lie, you're pissing me off.
I didn't make it a
Make a
Buffalo
better statement and stop
can see
fighting me
that.
on every single fucking take I take.
I didn't
because
make
you
it a
get
Buffalo
mad,
statement.
Wheels
but
states.
you're afraid to go out and make a statement. Who
I
made the
didn't-
Facebook page? Not fucking Bo. Who sat here
what
and
are we
helped?
talking
Who
about?
sat here the entire time with you guys and did the
getting
draft?
upset?
Not fucking
he's
Bo.
actually upset.
So if you try
yeah,
to
what
bring
you
Bo
doing?
back on the show, I'm gonna be honest, I'm
What
fucking
is
out.
happening?
Because I put
That
so
might be
much
cut.
fucking time into this shit, and you have to
Whoa.
sit there and just crucify every single thing
No,
I do.
but you defend
Yes,
what
you
I
do,
said.
and I defend it, and you get pissed. Because that's what I'm about. I'm not going to sit here and
happened?
lie down and let you walk the fuck over me.
Hold on.
So
What
open
is
your fucking
going
eyes and just
on?
listen. Because I'm getting really fucking tired of coming here every week after all the work I put in, and you guys are just, oh, Buffalo, oh, Buffalo, oh, Buffalo.
No,
I don't
no,
appreciate
no,
it.
no,
Because I
no,
put a
no.
shit ton of time in for film, for research,
Whoa.
all that.
Hold
And I'm
on.
getting really tired of you sitting there and telling me that my takes are shit.
I
If
didn't
you
say
think
that.
my takes are shit, why am I on the show, KJ?
Wheels, I didn't say that. I said, you said highest ceiling, lowest floor. If you look at what everybody said
said
in
high
that
ceiling.
draft in 2018, right?
And I
Josh
said the same
Allen
thing.
was
I
that
said the
guy.
same thing. But Josh Allen and Anthony Richardson are two completely different guys.
I disagree.
Two completely different guys.
I disagree. And this
hold
had
on,
nothing to
hold
do with your
on.
takes. This had to do with the
who
statement.
who plays, who plays the hardest schedule? Anthony Richardson, without a doubt. Who had more talent? Anthony Richardson, without a doubt. But Anthony Richardson couldn't do anything with talent.
I would argue that his receivers were dog.
Who
shit,
were his
though.
receivers? None of his receivers got
But I'm
drafted.
saying he plays in a harder division. He didn't do anything. I'm making the argument for Anthony.
For Anthony Richardson.
Yes, I'm making.
confused at what
I'm
you're saying.
That's what I'm making.
You literally
I
argued
am.
that point.
I am. I'm
you do that
making
on
the
purpose?
answer. But yes, but Josh Allen didn't play with anybody, and he still made it.
Hold on. Made it where?
The NFL.
So okay.
But you just said Anthony Richardson didn't play with anybody either.
I mean, you could say
But again,
I don't know.
whose
I'm
fault? It's
confused.
not their fault. It's not their fault who they play with.
I don't like.
No,
that's
because you
they're
go to a college for other reasons.
Exactly.
I mean, you've had the statement.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying.
disagree. I don't
You could say,
disagree.
Jake Hayner. Jake
All-
Hayner played with nobody. Got drafted.
all I'm saying is that highest ceiling, lowest floor. I don't.
I just get mad with everybody comparing him to Cam Newton because Cam Newton, there's not
don't
another
like that.
Cam Newton.
I don't like
There's
that.
not another Cam Newton. Just
I
like there's
did
not
not
another
compare
Tom
him to
Brady.
Cam Newton.
Smarter.
He's way
Anthony
too.
I
Richardson
compare him
is
to Cam
smarter.
Newton.
He's way smarter than Cam.
I don't disagree with you.
I would draft
I
Anthony
don't- Why are you
Richardson's
upset at me?
13-year-old brother
Because you
who
keep
has a
making
deeper
the
voice than
Buffalo.
any
I'm
of
not.
us.
I love Buffalo
then
because of Josh
Cam
Allen.
Newton.
That's why I wanted the Browns stick. I fell in love with Buffalo when they drafted him.
Bro, I wanted Josh Allen over Baker Mayfield.
Baker was a bum. I fucking called it from day one.
That was
He
the
sucks
argument.
Ass.
That was the
I'm
argument.
sorry, Steve.
Hold on. That was the argument I was making.
But I'll be
was
honest.
that you said highest ceiling. He said high ceiling. You said yes. I agree.
Ryan,
but
you
lowest.
still here?
Hold on.
Yeah.
My
High ceiling,
biggest.
but lowest floor. Right. Right. Wheels. Right.
Yes, but
All I'm saying is you're hating Anthony. I'm not saying
I'm
you're
not hating
okay.
Anthony Richardson.
You're
I'm-
disliking him.
where he's taken, because Indianapolis does not support Anthony Richardson.
But
to where
where do
I
they
think
take
he
him?
is.
Where do they take him?
I think the best team for Anthony Richardson to go would be
To a team with an offensive
the
coordinator
team
who
that's
came
already
from a
that's
running
team
back
ready to
offense.
win now. And I know Indy's close, but their defense needs a lot of help.
Indy made it to the playoffs with Carson Wentz.
I understand that, but their defense needs a lot of help.
So, you Pop.
No, their defense is the reason they made it there.
She put butter on it. And
They lost the biggest. They played Minneapolis.
They played Jacksonville Jaguars.
No,
who got
they
the first
played
round pick, and they
Minneapolis. I know,
lost.
but they played Minneapolis this season, and they lost a 32-point lead. Their defense is bad. You can't say that's not
I don't
bad.
know. I think Minneapolis is built to come back.
Even if he's
There's
just
a
not
high-flying offense.
he's not going to produce enough for me to take him in the top 4.
And that's fine. That's fine, right? But
And it's just
I can get that.
That's not this conversation, right? This conversation is draft grade.
and that's the grade that drags me down. I like all their other picks.
But again, it's all on opinions.
It is. That's what
It's
this
draft
is
grade.
all about.
But all I'm saying is Josh Allen was taking what, 7?
Yes.
So we're comparing Josh Allen and Anthony Richardson, who I believe would probably be better than Josh Allen in this draft. And you disagree. You disagree.
Yes.
I'm okay with that.
Yes.
I am completely okay with that. I love this. And that's why I have to sit around it.
Anthony Richardson
A-
didn't
A-
prove
for me.
anything to me in
It's an A-
college.
for me.
I don't think he had more than 17 touchdowns his whole career.
Can I tell you something?
And he transferred.
Nothing I say, and I told you this in text the other day, is a personal attack.
It feels personal when
we
you keep
attacking?
coming back
Hold
at
on.
me, though.
It shouldn't be. Me and
you-
you were
you-
having the most
I
conversations.
know,
It's not a personal
but you
attack.
constantly have
well,
to
that-
dig
go ahead.
at my takes, and that's where I get mad. I told you my presence on the show is for hot takes. That's the character I'm trying to create. And it does.
Credibility works, and that's a credible argument. I don't disagree.
Anthony Richardson did not transfer and only had 24 passing touchdowns in his career.
His
That's,
total
and
career.
go to Josh
But
Allen.
his rushing was like 10.
Rushing.
And Josh Allen had to talk to Wyoming to get on a team because no team offered him anything. And look at him now.
Josh
He's
Allen,
an NFL
Josh
player.
Allen is the Lamar Jackson of college.
Holy shit!
Nobody wanted to draft Lamar Jackson in the NFL, and a team did risk on him, and they did it for a reason.
Josh Allen had 44 touchdowns in his passing touchdowns,
Yep.
and that was
And he had,
him
like-
not having anything in his redshirt sophomore year.
Yes.
sophomore year.
Sophomore, he didn't start. He was a junior, senior.
Right, and then rushing touchdowns were 12 as well.
Ryan, the reason I'm sitting this way is because I'm having a straight eye-to-eye conversation with Wheels. I kind of wish there was a camera.
I
I wish there was a camera
I gotta
pointing at me and
press
Wheels.
back on that. Like quality of talent played is like that's like crazy though.
that's-
Where did this go here? I did not expect.
Yeah, we need to
do
draw it back in.
Yeah, like,
we gotta keep
Me and
it.
Wheels have done. We're done.
We should cut.
All right.
We're
This-
good.
I think we're about over.
We need to finish this so we can.
We
cut
are
it.
not. We are not even.
We're not even halfway through. Kansas
And-
City is halfway through.
and it's quarter after
You
seven.
better get there.
Oh, fuck.
All right, Jacksonville.
B.
All right.
Anton Harrison, Brenton Strange, Tank Bigsby, Ventrell Miller, Tyler Lacey, Yazir Abdullah, Antonio Johnson, Parker Washington, Christian
late.
Broswell, Eric Hollett II, Cooper Hodges, Raymond Vohasek,
said Antonio
and Derek
Johnson.
Parrish.
What did I miss? You said Antonio Johnson. I said that late.
Yeah, because he sucks.
Antonio Johnson doesn't suck.
That's your boy. Nobody else.
I don't like him.
The tackle.
Nobody likes him but you.
The safety at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the only one that likes him.
Oh.
fuck me.
Jacksonville
Fuck me.
literally filled needs on the team. That's what I see. They filled every need on the team.
Quantity over quality.
Yes.
And that's what they did.
They're like, all right, let's-
that's why I give you a B+ because they missed on a lot
Yeah, they did.
in our evaluation.
Yeah, they're a
system.
B for me.
So they're a B+ for me because what they did is let's see what happens in training camp.
All right.
That's-
I think they win their division just because of the talent they're going to play.
Yeah, they get it.
That division's the most improved.
That's a.
That's what. So that's. And I
You
think
got Houston, Indy, Jacksonville.
you got T-Law, you got Kirk, you got
that
Ridley.
division is
CTN.
the most improved.
Calvin Ridley
ETN.
back.
That's a C. That's a C plus. Thing.
I think Jacksonville's an 11-win team.
You're the lowest grade on them.
I don't like him.
And you like Antonio Harrison.
I didn't. Oh, no,
Antonio
Harris-
All right, let's
Sorry.
let's move on to Kansas
That's not going
City.
to make or break a draft, but okay.
They will if that's what you need as a safety.
Whatever.
Ask the Kansas City Chiefs. What
All
a
right,
steal.
so Kansas
didn't
City.
like cherries.
They didn't, and they
Felix
got rid of one.
Anudike Uzama, Rasheed Rice,
And you dike.
Wanya Morris,
BJ.
Jamari Connor, B.J. Thompson, Keandre Coburn, and Nick Jones.
This gets a B for me.
B-. They drafted.
Felix was a little early. Rashi Rice
But they've been drafting
Eh.
wide receivers continuously, and they're not
Rashee
hitting.
Rice was
So
early.
you're getting, and we none of us like Rashee Rice.
What's the last wide receiver
I
they
think
took that
Ryan.
hit?
No, I think Ryan loved Rashee Rice.
He did like Rashee Rice, but he was
Did.
not high on
During
him.
the Senior Bowl, and
Did.
that fell out.
He fell out.
Yep.
Gotcha.
I like
Keandre
Wanya Morris.
Coburn, in my honest opinion, is probably their best pick.
Yes.
Oh shit!
I would say that or who they take in the third? Who
Wanya
was-
Morris is pretty good too.
Wanya Morris.
I like
yes.
Wanya Morris. I like Uzama. I mean, like, okay,
Uzama was just early.
No,
he was
you-
a second
you-
round
a
talent.
little
for
early.
me.
I don't
Tad-
disagree with
tad
Uzama, but like it's a first round pick. If you
Yeah,
don't hit
they're
your
late
first round
first,
pick, you're an
so-
idiot.
Yeah, they're a late first. So.
And a lot of people
I
actually
mean-
believe they reached on that pick.
I mean, the Raiders don't hit their first round picks, so that's the next
Neither
thing
do the
we're moving
Browns.
to.
All right, so the
No.
Chargers.
Nope, we're continuing. We,
We are-
gotta finish. We gotta knock this out, bro.
there's no way we can finish this tonight.
We got this.
Oh God.
Come on, we knocked 2 teams out in 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, because we're going quick and no talk
All right.
now.
Well,
Quentin
there's
Johnston.
no argument on almost every team after this.
Quentin Johnston. Tui
maybe.
to a whatever.
Tupelo.
Yeah, thank
Are
you.
you on the Raiders or the?
The Chargers.
No, this is the Raiders that are up next.
Should be
No.
the Raiders alphabetically.
LAC.
And LA
LAS.
or LV.
LAS.
It's LOS is for the
right.
LAS.
It's LA.
Las Vegas.
Yeah.
LAS instead of
Yeah.
LOS.
Yeah, go to the Raiders.
Yep.
Thanks.
All right, whatever.
That's fine.
All
Sorry.
right, no, you're fine. Tyree Wilson, Michael Mayer, Byron Young, Trey Tucker, Jacorian Bennett, Aiden O'Connell, Christopher Smith, Amari Burney, Nesta Jade Silvera.
Aiden O'Connell,
C+.
that's your boy.
I didn't like O'Connell.
C+ for me. Tyree Wilson was a good pick. I like that pick for them, but they had the worst secondary in all of the NFL last year, so I thought they would go there, and they surprised everybody as always and draft.
They didn't draft secondary until the 4th round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They're in
don't
trouble.
keep in mind they drafted
And then they
Tyree-
took one dude, Christopher Smith out of Georgia.
And
He's
the
a
fifth.
safety.
Yeah, but keep in mind what they did was they did
Bad.
They did what like kind of the Browns are doing. Like they're just going front line, those front 5 guys. That's Tyree Wilson, Byron Young, and
Byron Young out of Tennessee or Bama?
Bama.
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 Aiden O'Connell is
Didn't like him either.
Derek Carr, super light.
I got to give this a B.
C+.
I give this a B. I like the Michael Mayer pick obviously because they got rid of Darren Waller.
I
but
mean, I like Mayer, I like Wilson, but everything else is just.
you
mid.
like Aiden O'Connell as a backup?
Breaking news:
Do
that
not like Aiden O'Connell.
the Chiefs are signing former Bucks longtime left tackle Donovan Smith to a 1-year deal.
Didn't they just sign a ridiculous left tackle signing? The Chiefs?
Oh, it was Wirfs. I thought Wirfs got a
Wirfs,
deal.
no, Wirfs had his 5th-year option picked up.
Yeah, that's
from
Tampa Bay. No, they signed that $83 million guy because they got rid of the dude at Cincinnati.
I just cut out.
Maybe
No,
that was
KJ cut
KJ. Jawan Taylor. Yes, thank you, Ryan. All right, so now the Chargers. Quentin Johnston, Tuli,
Tupelo too.
Diane Henley, Darius Davis, Jordan McFadden, Scott Matlock, and Max Dugan.
They did take Duggan. We did. I thought we had a little bet going and see if Duggan got drafted.
I figured he would. Stenson got drafted, didn't he?
Duggan got drafted in round 7. Get fucked.
Yeah. So, ranks.
My rank for the Chargers are B.
I like him. I like the Tupelo.
Quentin
too.
Johnson, I would have rather had Jordan Addison. I don't know if they.
At 21, I mean,
I think Jordan Addison was taken after him.
Quentin
wasn't he?
Johnson has so much talent. He just is so predictable.
He's too body reliant on catching.
Stetson went in the 5th, baby. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Stetson
yeah,
Ben's
Stetson's
dog shit,
Yeah, to the Rams. Of all teams.
which is hilarious.
Which, speaking of, that's who we're about to talk about.
Yeah, the Chargers get a B.
Okay. Rams, Steve Avila, Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Stetson Bennett in the 4th.
Okay.
Nick Hampton,
Was he drunk?
Warren McClendon,
Probably.
Davis Allen, Puka Nakua,
Oh, that's a good pick. That's a sneaky good receiver pick.
Trevius, Hodges
Hodges
Tomlinson,
I love that pick.
Ochan Mathis, Zach Evans, Ethan Evans, Jason Taylor II, and Deshaun Johnson.
Is that Jason Taylor's kid?
I believe so.
Probably.
Oh, shit.
So I have a B+ for them because of the Steve Avila.
You liked Avila that much that early in the 2nd?
Yeah, and who did they take in the 2nd?
Steve Avila.
Steve
Oh,
Avila.
I'm sorry, in the third.
Byron Young.
Byron Young out of
And
Tennessee.
And
I didn't
Kobe
like
Turner.
him.
I
didn't
like him
too
out of
much.
Tennessee.
And Kobe Turner out of
And Kobe Turner is a linebacker I was really high on. too.
Until they took a old quarterback.
This is
They're not a
this
linebacker,
is-
a D tackle, sorry.
The last one, like the Chargers, you guys had him like a B, right?
B.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're,
got him about a B. Yeah.
they're a mid.
This one right here is an A.
So a lot of these teams that we're going to talk about are playoff contenders, and they're drafting needs for future, or somebody that they're really high on that they can take a risk
Ryan.
at.
Where do you see Ryan?
I'm not taking that hook, Ryan.
They get an A++ for Stetson.
Listen, man.
You know
Plus,
what the
plus,
problem
plus.
is?
Stetson is
You gotta
Ryan,
bang that hook
garbage.
more.
Hey, Ryan, I have a question for you. And I know this is kind of a serious question. Stetson Bennett is now in a party city. Can he be seen in public without being drunk?
Baker Mayfield Light.
I would not call Los Angeles a party city.
Los Angeles is a
I would call it something else that I can't.
Well,
say.
that's different, but it is a party city.
All right, you want to go to Miami?
Well, hold on. We can continue. I don't disagree.
that grade was a B. B plus.
But like,
Best.
I
B
have
plus.
him as an A, and the reason I have him as an A
Can't
is
do it.
because they addressed a shit ton of needs early, and I also believe that there are needs like Zach Evans
Oh man.
that they addressed
Running
late,
back.
which were, to us is not a reach.
No.
We had Zach Evans high.
He's
I
a
like
running
that.
back right out of
Yes, out of Mississippi.
We liked him.
And he got drafted
Old
in the
Miss.
sixth round.
Almost sorry.
Same
But
thing.
It's and then Travis Tomlinson, who was in our top 10.
Yep,
I
another
know it
guy.
wasn't in your top 10,
No.
but it was in our
Yep.
group consensus as a top 10, and he got drafted later in the sixth round.
Oh man.
So like they have guys that are drafted late.
Wait till we get to
yeah,
Miami.
both those. Were in the
So
sixth.
I'm just saying right there, like,
Miami
that's
gets
why
an F.
that's why I have him in as an A. That's why I have him as an A. Is they addressed a lot of needs with all these picks.
They averaged to a B plus. I'll take it.
So Miami had 4 picks: Cam Smith, Devin Keenan, Elijah Higgins, and
They-
Ryan Hayes.
They had
They get
five.
an F.
They had 5.
They get an F because they fucked up and they.
Oh, I
didn't
thought they
first
had
draft
5.
it.
They only have 4. I thought they had 5.
No, they did. They did have 5, and then they,
I'm gonna
tampering.
yeah, the first round pick got forfeited.
Ryan, what's your grade for Miami? Because mine is a D minus. You are.
I forgot they.
You know
didn't
what
have a
sucks
first
is
round
I
pick.
love Cam Smith and I love Ryan Hayes and I'm okay with Elijah Higgins. The Devin Shane just like burns me.
in the third.
It burns me. And we all said Devin Shane is going to get drafted high,
Bad.
but he's not worth it. And Ryan compares him to Dree Archer. So if Ryan compares Devin Shane to Dree Archer, like he's got to give
Yeah,
him
they
like a
got
C
Cam. They
minus.
got one.
He said C.
You give those guys a C. They had 4 picks. They missed on 3 of the 4. Then.
No, they missed on 2.
I like Jeff Wilson and
Yes.
Raheem
Mostert.
Yeah.
Because especially as a RBBC,
Here's what I'll say.
I don't know why they would have.
This is
you know,
one
they
of
have
my-
Gaskin as a
Did you just?
One of my
running
teams,
back by
right?
committee.
You're a loser.
C
know what I
minus.
am.
This is literally my worst
Nah.
grade in the draft.
It's a D minus. I hate this. This
You
is
put him in a D.
This is bad. D minus.
Wow.
You're a cunt
You
here
just
away
put him in a
from a
D.
four- from
like,
an F.
no one has a D grade outside of Ryan.
Nope,
so.
just now.
I have an F. They get an F.
So
You have him
Minnesota.
as an F?
I have them as a C, but they get an F because
So this is
they don't have a
literally the
first
worst
round-
grade.
Because it's
as
Mahomes.
a
Because they
consensus.
don't have a first round pick. They drafted 4 guys.
Yeah, but not even. It doesn't even matter if they have a first round pick. Like the Ravens had 5 picks and they didn't draft this bag.
No, that's what I'm saying. This is a terrible.
This
draft.
is a bad draft.
They didn't fill any needs
Well,
other than Cam
corner.
Smith.
I was gonna say
That's-
corner.
but other than that,
No,
look at
they
the
have
draft.
Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey.
They
They
don't
don't-
Yeah, but
Elijah Higgins
that
is
corner with the
eh.
defense that did not show up last year is needed. That defense did not show up last year because they don't have the coach they used to have.
Yeah, he got.
They have a
Ryan
need. It's
says
called
they
a
don't have
quarterback
any
that
needs.
doesn't get a fucking concussion.
They don't have needs on offense. I don't disagree. That offense
They need a
doesn't have
quarterback.
needs.
You're right, exactly, Ryan.
They
Guys,
need
besides-
heavier padding.
Besides
now.
corner, yes,
Yeah, but
exactly.
guys, you have to assume that he's going to come back healthy because they've thought that he's going to.
He almost thought about
He
retirement.
did think
He
about
talked to
retiring. He
him.
talked
He
about
said to the he said to ESPN, he said to some reporter, I contemplated retirement with my family.
Yes, you did.
it. All right,
That
let's-
just shows me it's
So did
nothing
Tom
against him.
Brady.
You're not all in.
Yeah,
Tom Brady was 45 years old.
All right. Let's.
All right, Minnesota. Jordan Addison, Mecky Blackman,
Nah, this is
Mackay.
for Jordan. Mackay Blackton.
Jay Ward, Jaquan
Jacqueline
Roy,
Roy.
Jaron Hall, and Dwayne McBride.
So this is a team that gets
You
a,
like this one,
this is a
don't you?
team that gets a B from me. I like the Jordan Addison because obviously they don't have a
They don't
lot.
trust KJ Osborne.
They do not trust KJ Osborne as the wide receiver too. So Jordan Addison will fill the role that Thielen is leaving. Not saying that they're the same guy, but catch-wise.
Yeah.
Not a
But-
single pick was theirs except for the first round. pick.
Jaron Hall, quarterback, whatever. Dwayne McBride. I like Dwayne McBride late. That's a good pick for me. He's out of UAB.
Yep.
He was the guy I called a retard because he thought he was faster than what he was.
Fast as fuck.
He tried.
He
tried.
put up the deuces and he got smoked.
But keep in mind, he's a backup.
But then he got a flag for it because he's a stupid fuck.
Kirk Cousins is getting an extension.
Oh, he should. I don't know if he
No,
takes it.
you say playing out his contract.
He's gonna retire.
He's going to take an extension. Don't
I
worry.
like Addison.
McBride, we
Not
had
in the
ranked.
first. I don't like Addison in the first.
I do.
Jaquelin Roy. That's a value pick in the fifth. And Jaron Hall in the fifth. I like Jaron Hall. So
It's got to be an A- for me because they did fill a lot of
God.
They filled a lot of needs.
Yeah.
it's a B grade.
Dwayne McBride's a good pick. Jordan
they
Addison's another good
they
pick.
Needed a shit ton of
Blackman's a good
defense.
pick.
They needed a shit ton of defense. Dwayne McBride and Dalvin Cook and Marlon Mack, right?
Dwayne-
No, Alexander Madison. They still have
Alexander
Madison.
Madison. Like if
hasn't been traded
Dalvin
yet.
Cook gets traded, you
Dwayne
have a backup.
McBride. Then we said Akine.
Yeah, Niguanu
Yeah.
is currently the backup to.
So
No, it's not. It's Dwayne McBride.
Yep.
You think he'll take over?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
you want to move to New England?
And that's the best part about this: a 7th round pick is on your roster.
Yep.
You don't even have to try.
Yeah.
He's on your
He
roster.
automatically makes it.
Yeah, Ryan
Wow,
says C+.
Wow, that kind of shocks me because he likes Addison. The Jacqueline Roy is more of a Steve thing. He likes Jacqueline Roy over
he was
the
alright.
others.
I wasn't a huge fan. He's another guy who's,
I don't like the Jaron Hall thing, right? Because I don't
like Jaron
think
Hall.
they
that's way
need-
early. That's
They need a quarterback.
Well, it's not early. It's a 5th round, and they needed a quarterback to back up
Need a
Kirk. if
yeah, but
Kirk's
you
not
could have
there.
taken Jake Hayner right there. He was
I
still
don't
available.
disagree.
I
I
agree.
don't disagree.
I don't get that.
Jake
I don't
Hayner would have been a
disagree.
better
What did I have
pick.
him as an A?
Yeah.
Put them in an A.
I'll put him in B+.
Mine-
plus.
You're a
I'll put him in a
Vikings
B+.
fan. Steve's a Viking.
Jake
Put him in a B+.
Hayner. Jake Hayner is.
They addressed need.
Jake Hayner is Derek Carr-esque.
They addressed need though.
McBride's stupid.
Yeah, but you need a quarterback if you know that this is Kirk's last year.
Probably.
I
This
don't
is
think-
no, his
I don't
last
think-
year on his contract.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep
That's
New
what I meant.
England.
My bad.
No,
Okay.
Gonzalez in the first.
Automatic A+.
Oregon, Keon White. Jesus Christ. Keon White out of Georgia Tech. He's an edge. Marte Mapu, linebacker, Sacramento State. Jake Andrews, center out of Troy. Chad Ryland, kicker out of Maryland. The two got kicker on the fourth.
City Sal, I love this pick.
City Sal, guard at Eastern Michigan. Antonio Maffey, guard at UCLA.
Love that.
K-Shine Booty.
Love the pick. 6th
Booty.
I
round.
like Booty. That's hella value. Receiver at LSU. Excuse me. Bryce Baringer? Byringer?
They must just have some.
punter out of
They
Michigan
must
State.
be comfortable with Madison, Ryan. I mean, he's
Yeah.
not terrible.
The fact
Demario
that they
Douglas,
drafted a
receiver.
kicker and a punter.
Out of Liberty, Amir Speed, a DB out of Michigan State, and Isaiah Bolden, a cornerback out of Jackson.
So Ryan,
State.
who are you giving an A to? Are you giving the A to the Patriots? Or are you giving
yeah.
the A to Minnesota?
He's
I know
giving
it's
an A to the
delayed.
Patriots.
No, C+ was Minnesota.
They get an A+.
was-
He's
Plus.
giving an A plus to the Patriots.
Yes.
No, A was
Or he said
Patriots.
A,
C+.
A.
Because
You're giving an A
Gonzalez-
plus? Oh wow.
No, wow.
Christian Gonzalez fell. He fell to the best
You know what's
defensive
funny?
head coach.
I
But that's
hate-
one
but
player
I have
of
a
my
que- I have a
lifetime.
question
But that's
for you.
one player. That's it.
Well, no, it's 2. I have a question for
Who
you.
else fell?
Keon White. Like Marte
No, he's the one.
Mapu, does that not hurt their draft?
I don't watch a lot of
this
Mapu,
is
so.
but this is the second time that was a 6th-round draft pick. They took in the
like a
third.
who was the guy they took out that was a D2?
I mean,
The guard
Was it a
last
guard?
year in the first
I
round.
like the guard they took.
They took
from.
Booty in the 6th.
I like Booty, and I like-
Man.
But I'm just
the guard.
asking, is that not that reach doesn't hurt their draft at all for you?
No, because
I got them as an A-, and I love a bunch of their picks, and they went for
I'm
quality,
sure you do,
quantity
Ryan.
over
I'm
quality.
sure you do.
Ryan, I love the Booty. Can't wait to see yours.
It says body. It says body too.
No, it says booty too.
That's his Booty.
Oh, I can't. Wow, that looks like a D.
I mean, how much
want
more do they
that's
need on this?
alcohol.
How much more do you
No,
think
it's
they
not
need
that.
on this team?
Nothing.
That's what I'm saying.
But the Marte Mapu was a reach.
Yeah, but if you know he's your guy, you go get him.
You know what they
right?
need? You know what they need on this team?
Quarterback.
Above average quarterback play.
Yeah.
If Kirk
Because
Cousins is
Zap-
on this team,
Nice
Mac
to see you
Jones?
again, Aaron.
they're winning Super Bowls.
No,
Mac
they're
Jones.
not. You're insane.
They
I'm
need a
sorry.
coach.
Kirk Cousins?
They
Not
need
with that wide receiver core, no, buddy. What is he want with JJ?
They don't
Juju
have a
Smith.
defense.
Juju Smith.
Yeah, but other than that,
They got Juju.
Better than that. He's not JJ.
You got Juju and Booty now.
Is there two different Aaron Mayers?
I like Kirk Cousins. I'm high on Kirk Cousins, but he's not winning Super Bowls in his
tight
team.
ends, and then you have Ramondre. That offense is not bad.
And Kirk Cousins is not good outside. There's a reason he plays in the dome. He is not good outside.
I agree with that.
He does not have an arm
Kirk
now.
Cousins is that guy.
Who's Aaron? Do we know Aaron?
Yeah, he's my buddy. I do the
Wow, Aaron,
fantasy
thanks for
football
showing up to the show late because we are way beyond our normal hours, but I love it.
But anyways, with the Saints, we got Brian Breesy, Isaiah
Patriots
Foskey,
get an A-.
Aaron, you should have been here about 30 minutes ago.
Kendra Miller, Nick Saldiveri, Jake Hayner, Jordan Howden, and A.T. Perry.
I'm going to say these guys get an A-.
B.
Why? Fucking why?
Your turn.
I'm not high on Brian Breesy.
At 29? No, I was going to say
Brian Breesy's he's a
disgusting.
mid-second. He's a mid-second for me.
Wow.
I love the Foskey pick.
How about this? Wheels.
The Miller pick is a little high for me.
Oh, wow. They need a running back.
You have running backs. You have Jamal Williams.
Saints, Kamara Williams, and
Jamal Williams?
Yeah.
Jameson Williams?
No, Jamal, the running back
I
Williams.
continuously forget that?
Yes,
I
you
do.
do.
I do.
Yeah, that's why the Kendra Miller pick is a bad pick.
No, it's not.
They could have taken a tight
could be
end.
suspended for the entire year.
And Jamal Williams will do fine.
Well, but here's the thing: Kamara's 27,
Jake Hayner,
and
A.T. Perry.
Williams is 26 or 27.
I don't have Kendra Miller as that high though at TCU, and I like Kendra Miller.
No, we had him at 10. I think you and I both.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll tell you, right? Here's what I'll tell you.
Ryan
Brian Bresee is in our top 10. Isaiah Foskey is in our top 10.
Yeah,
I like Foskey.
I like Foskey a
Kendra
lot.
Miller was in our top 10.
Yep.
Jake Hayner, top 10.
Yep.
A.T. Perry might have been top 15.
I would have liked to see him take a wide
So
receiver.
out of 6 rounds,
They took Perry.
they
They took
have
the point.
majority of our top 10 picks.
I would have liked
And
them.
you're going to put them where?
It's a B.
I got to put them at a B plus minimum.
Sorry, B plus. It's a B plus.
Okay,
it's a B plus.
I'm okay with
I
that.
sent
What
you
did
the
I say?
chat. Yeah, it's B plus.
What did I say?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a B
What
plus.
did you
I'm
say?
sorry.
That's going to be B+ now.
I think you said A, but I'm going to go B
Like I
plus.
said, so my biggest thing, I would like them to have taken a wide receiver a little early because Michael Thomas is probably out.
So Ryan's at a B plus. Well, that's the first consensus statement.
It is.
All of us have been at a B plus. That's funny though.
All right, so the Giants.
I like it. I love A.T.
Hey,
Perry.
Mayor, are you a Jets fan?
Yeah, he's a Jets.
Oh,
Jets and Rangers
shit,
fan.
he's about to get reamed.
Oh, man. You're going to
So
get dragged.
Jets had Deontay Banks, John Michael Schmitz, Jalen Hyatt,
That's the
Eric
Giants.
Gray.
That's the
You got to go
Yes,
Giants for
thank you.
Jets. I know you're excited.
Trey Hawkins the third, Jordan Riley, and
John Michael Schmitz went in the second.
Javarius Owens.
And Luke Whippler went in the 7th. That's fucking criminal.
It's a steal. But the Browns get an A plus in my mind.
That's what I said. All right. I really like their top 4 picks.
They get a B.
Trey Hawkins is actually good. You should double check
Trey
that.
Hawkins.
You should double
Trey
check
Hawkins, Jalen Hyatt,
Now,
Eric Gray, John Michael Smith. All those are
give them
filling
a B.
needs.
that. You know what's funny?
Yeah, all of them are filling needs.
You know what's funny?
They're all filling needs.
Outside of the Javarius Owens, and I don't know enough about him, I'm gonna have to put this at an A plus.
Yeah, it's a B because
This
Eric
is
Gray,
rare for
you
me.
get
This is rare for me.
you get a good plug and play guy with Eric Gray behind Saquon Barkley,
Shaquan.
who can be injured.
This is an A plus for me.
Shaking it.
Let's be honest. With the year that Saquon had, he's probably going to be injured this year because, like we said, if you were 200 rushes, you usually miss some games.
Ryan's been trying to move him.
Well, he did. So
I agree.
Yeah, moving to it. Sorry.
Ryan told me that I can only trade for Saquon out of both.
So that's a B for me.
I got them as an A plus, and because they solved every need I think they need. I love Trey Hawkins. You guys probably didn't look at him too much because I know he's not one of those guys on your radar.
No, Trey Hawkins.
didn't.
Where'd they draft him?
They drafted him in the 6th.
Yeah, but again, that's your. Let's just see.
It's a flyer.
It's a value pick.
You can
though.
say it's
that's
a
a
flyer.
value
Yeah,
pick though.
yeah,
He
for
was a
sure,
4th round pick, I believe, for us on the show.
I don't know. I don't know if we had Trey Hawkins in that 20.
Okay.
I'll go.
I know me and you talked a lot
Yes.
about him, but I don't know if we had a Hawkins in that 20.
I like that draft. All right, yeah, that's a B. I'll give him a B.
Let's go to
You give him
the
an A plus.
Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
All right,
Jets
so
had Will McDonald the fourth, Joe
Garbage.
Tipman,
Not great.
Carter Warren, Israel Abanikanda, Sarah Barnes, Jarek Bernard Converse, and Zach Kuntz.
They get a B minus for me because I would like them to see. I would have liked them to taken a offensive lineman in the first round.
Did you
I
have
think
Kuntz?
that was a little bit more needed
like
than an
Kuntz.
outside linebacker.
I remember.
I
Sorry.
feel who's their outside linebackers right now?
For the Jets,
On the
Yes.
Jets.
outside, I don't know. I know Mosley.
Ryan, who's your CJ Mosley and who else?
That might be it.
Yeah,
But
I think that's pretty
They have a young team, so it's hard for me to remember because they do have young
I mean,
secondary.
they also got Rodgers,
I
so
mean, I think they reached on their first three
yes,
picks.
Will McDonald and Joe Taylor were both reaches. That's why I have them as a B minus.
Carter Warren was a reach for me.
They are
Basically
love
it. Okay.
Both Jersey teams are trash.
I like Abanikanda. I like Abanikanda a lot.
We all like the Abanikanda.
And I
That was a good draft.
I like Kuntz.
But
I don't
again-
like too many.
You said that on purpose.
But again,
You did that on purpose.
how many how many
Kuntz.
running backs do you need in the Jets? You got Brees Hall,
Michael
you got
Carter.
Michael Carter, you
Oh, I
got
feel like I'm sitting next to
Izzy
my
Abanda.
father. I like Kuntz. Mike
Ryan
Kuntz.
says C+.
I
B
can't-
minus.
I can't begin to tell you how much I love Kuntz.
Ryan, Ryan,
Especially the segment.
hold on one second. I have a serious question for Ryan. Ryan had Will McDonald drafted as the 31st overall. He thought that would be a actual. Hold on. He thought that would be a steal
Exactly right.
for the team at 31 overall. But now that a team drafts him at 15, I feel like you're degrading him. Joe Tittman was our third center on the board.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wasn't big on him. This is what
Which
it is.
we feel like is a reach, but based on what happened with centers in this draft, I feel
not-
like that's right
yeah.
where he probably
I
should have
mean,
went.
Luke Whippler was our one, and he won the 6th or no, the 7th.
Izzy was a top running back. He got drafted in the 5th.
I liked Izzy.
Yes.
And then Zach Kuntz as a tight end
Kuntz.
in the 7th is
Love Kuntz.
a flyer pick who could actually produce this year. There's no way I can give this team a C plus. It's got to be in the B's.
It's a B
It's
minus.
gotta be in the B's.
It's a B minus.
They reached really hard on
They needed
McDonald.
they needed an offensive tackle.
And
on
they
the top.
could have taken.
Like I said, they
they
needed
could
a
have taken a
tackle.
high end tackle.
Did you see? But you remember who I comped McDonald to? And it wasn't me. This was a whole nother site. Oh God! You said he didn't even perform.
Did you say we lost connection?
no.
I don't know.
Ryan lost connection. Hence the chat. No, the Ngakoue, not Ngakoue.
Yannick was it
Yannick
Was
Ngakoue.
it
Yeah,
Yannick?
yeah. It
Yes,
was
it was
Yannick
Yannick.
Ngakoue.
Yeah.
But you said even Yannick didn't show up. But if
Will McDonald shows
can't
up,
be
it's-
what Yannick was supposed to be,
It's an A.
do you think that's a reach?
No, but
Just like with the whole Will Anderson and Anthony
15.
Richardson.
Now you're gonna make. You're
But
gonna make
if like this is what I'm gonna go back to. If you've done your research and we've only, I don't want to say we did minimal, but we did a lot of research. We did a lot of research. Not as much as
minimal.
not as much as scouts.
You're gonna look me in the face
Not
and tell
as-
me I did minimal.
Not
roll
as much
and
as
lick my
scouts,
asshole.
but I mean obviously.
Well, we didn't show up to the games. We actually were just
Yeah.
watching film.
I mean,
But you didn't have an interview. If you think any of these guys are your guys, you're gonna go up to get them, which I agree with Will
so
McDonald.
that's
but
why
they needed
I
a
give
tackle.
him a B or a B plus. I'd probably stick on B.
Who they taking the second?
Joe Tittman.
Joe
Oh
Tittman,
man,
center.
you know, here's
But that
something
was our
controversial.
third center.
They should have taken somebody else in the first, and they should have waited for the second. And they
Who
should.
did they miss in the first
I mean,
that you're talking about?
now is it for a tackle? Nobody, right? Because
Well, that's my thing. There's
No,
an edge. We're looking at edge. At edge.
oh for
Because edge was Will McDonald. Who did they miss in the first that you value over Will McDonald?
at edge, I
At
would say
edge.
Miles Murphy. Miles Murphy.
Luke Van Ness.
Hands down. No, Lucas Van Ness went before then.
Did he?
Yeah. Okay, so I can
Jack
understand-
Campbell, I
and
like
can
as a
understand.
linebacker. It's another
All right,
guy I value
all right.
over William
All right,
McDonald
so where was
personally.
your draft, Steve, again?
I'm gonna give them.
I got him in a B flat.
B minus.
I'm gonna give them a probably like a C plus.
So B minus is probably the actual average. Okay, go ahead,
All
Johnny.
right, let's go into the Georgia Bulldogs. You got Jalen
He
Carter,
waited the whole night for that joke.
Jalen Carter,
You ain't kidding.
Nolan Smith,
Why are
Tyler
we not in
Steen,
Philly?
Sidney Brown, Keely Ringo, Tanner McKee, and Moro Ojomo.
They drafted
They get
three more kids.
Philly gets an A plus
On
for me.
top of other
An
Georgia.
A plus.
They got Jalen Carter.
Guys,
What
They got
pick?
DeAndre Swift
At
in the
9.
trade as well.
I like Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter. They
Would
got
have been to a
they got Nolan Smith in the second round, right?
Yeah.
This is
Or no,
easily
End of the first.
Yeah.
This is
So-
easily, and I think there's a consensus across not us, other people.
You knew what I meant, Ryan.
The best draft in the
Yeah,
NFL.
100%.
So to me, this is an
I-
A plus.
I
I
see,
got to
I-
give him an A plus
I
plus
wasn't
because
that high. I was not that high on Nolan Smith.
I wasn't either, but where they got him,
I mean, Kelly Ringo's. I think that in the fourth is criminal.
you're playing.
I don't
Nolan
like Tanner
Smith is going to be
McKee.
an interior linebacker.
You don't like Tanner McKee, but Tanner McKee was almost predicted to go in the second.
Yeah.
Tanner McKee was getting
First
predicted
round,
in
too.
a first round pick.
I wasn't gonna say that.
It was
The
ridiculous.
Philadelphia Bulldogs.
The only thing I
and
really
Ojomo's
love.
not bad if you actually look at it.
Ojomo's not bad. Him going in the 7th is crazy. Actually, he was the last pick.
Yep.
Jalen Carter's just
It'd be
Ryan
hilarious.
said to watch all these players. suck.
listen. That'd be crazy. I mean, that ain't gonna happen. But
I really
So what do you have them
This is
graded
it.
at?
I mean, I don't think they're an A+. I give them an A.
So you
Okay,
don't
so
have them as your best overall
an A.
grade in the draft.
No.
It's an A. So let's go to Pittsburgh.
Well, it's not A because I think Ryan has an A+. I have an A+. You have
So
an
it's
A+.
A+.
So it'd be A+.
A half
A
plus.
slash.
A
It's
slash.
A+.
All right,
So-
All right,
let's go to
Pittsburgh. Broderick
Pittsburgh.
Jones, Joey Porter Jr., Keanu Benton, Darnell Washington, Nick Herbig,
This is where we
Corey
might have a
Trice,
fight.
and Spencer Anderson.
Why are we
They
fighting?
get a B minus.
Hold on.
He's
So-
gonna say A minus.
No.
Steelers fan.
So no.
Who, me? I'll
You
punch
know
in
my-
the
you know-
fucking
you already
face,
know
I
my
swear to
grade.
God, Steve.
You already
Listen,
know
you
my
got- you
grade.
got pissed off enough about the Bills. I'm not about to call you a Steelers
Wow,
fan.
Ryan has him at a B. I figured you'd be right with national media because national media had him as the second best grade in this draft.
The
They can
Steelers
fuck
is
off.
the second best.
In the draft,
Darnell
I'm
Washington's
so-
a blocking. He's a
I'm
right guard, like we said
so
earlier.
Sick of everybody sucking these guys' dicks. It is so
if
bad.
Tomlin wasn't black, he'd be fucking thrown off of
It
shit.
is so bad.
Whoa!
Broderick Jones is overrated.
Tomlin's not a good coach.
Isaiah McGuire out of Missouri, who the Browns took, owns this fucking dude.
Yes, 100%.
So I am rock hard at thinking about that one for the next.
And can we
fucking
have the
4 years.
conversation how they just draft people with the same
Unbelievable.
last name?
Listen, Joey Porter Jr. I will stand on that.
That's because his dad played there, too.
Dude's stupid good.
Yeah, but no,
I love that.
He's gonna make
Herbig,
everyone
Did you
pay.
see they signed the offensive
Joey?
tackle?
Oh, yeah.
That's another Herbig.
Did you see the video of his dad comforting him after not being
After
drafted
he's in the first
round.
round, yeah.
Joey Porter Jr.
Ryan,
Yeah.
He shouldn't have fallen.
Eric, you know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the T. Higgins pick when he was the first pick in the second
Did
round.
you know
Did
that-
Cincy.
They reached on Benton. They
Did
reached
you-
on Washington.
Did you know
read
the
on
Pittsburgh
Broderick.
Steelers? Did you know the Pittsburgh Steelers have like 6 brothers on the team?
Yeah, they go after bloodlines.
What the Watts?
Take the monsters
They
away?
have-
They had 2 Watts. They had,
Highsmith.
oh, yeah.
Are you gone? You leaving? Oh, did you like their draft
Alright,
too? Because
alright.
I mean, I did not like. They reached on a whole bunch of these
Highsmith.
All right, buddy. I'll see ya.
Take it easy.
Watts. Now the Herbigs. They
Herbigs.
also have no. Seriously, they have 2 Herbigs on the
Honestly,
team.
So
they-
it's bloodlines.
what they would have done, what they should have done, is they should have flipped the Joey Porter and Broderick Jones picks.
Yep.
They still would have got both of them, and it would have made more sense.
Yeah. Broderick or the
It's
Joey
about
Porter
the trade.
saves it
It's
just
about
a
the
little
trade.
bit.
Oh, you
It'd
know
be a
what it
C
is.
plus if it wasn't for Joey
This
Porter.
is why-
Traded up for Broderick Jones.
Yep.
I love that. You're retarded.
They traded for Broderick Jones, and that was my argument.
Honestly,
All
I
right,
do.
Ryan, you
All
take
right,
it easy.
let's go
Have
to
a good
San
night, Ryan.
Fran.
Yeah, we're going to bed here soon too.
Yeah. All right, Seattle.
They had a C minus. I did not like their draft.
B plus, which puts
Seattle
them at an
is-
average of B minus.
Devin Witherspoon,
Oh, no.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, Derek Hall, Zach Charbonnet, Anthony Bradford, Cameron Young, Mike Morris, Olusegun.
Loose again.
Olu Oluwamatimi.
Who? Wait, who?
All right,
who
thank
we
you.
going off of?
Jarek Reed
Seattle.
II and Kenny McIntosh.
Oluwatimi was
Seattle gets
actually
an
on
A.
our
It's
rank.
supposed to be San Francisco, but okay.
Seattle gets an A.
I'm not even on the right fucking team. Seattle gets an A.
Yeah.
Are you doing this on purpose?
No, I truly think they get an A. Why?
I'm just asking. I
You
mean,
got Devin Witherspoon. You
I
got
think-
Jackson Smith.
I
and
think
Jigba,
they
you
hit
got
on
Derek
their
Hall,
first 4 picks.
Zach Charbonnet. Who else you
And
got?
I mean, everybody else is kind of
Cameron
whatever.
Young, Anthony Bradford.
I didn't like the center out of Michigan.
Jarek
Oluwatimi.
Reed. He's
Oluwatimi, you don't like him?
I did not care for Oluwatimi.
In the 5th round?
I honestly no, because Luke Whippler is light years.
But
light years.
Oluwatimi is on our board.
Oluwatimi.
Just not
But
be above
below
Whippler.
Luke
But everybody got drafted above Whippler.
I agree. That's why everybody else is wrong.
Wrong.
I will.
Wrong.
I don't disagree.
I have-
like
I
none
have
of
to
us
have
here
a-
disagree with
You know what's crazy is I have to have a hill to die on, and I'll be wrong about
It's
some
Whippler?
stuff. It's going to be Whippler and Jones.
I completely
And
agree, though.
What I
agree
hate
with
is
you.
that they're on the Browns' offensive line, and I just have this feeling they're going
And
to.
the hill I'm gonna
fucking
die
horrible.
on
Right
most
me- right
likely
in the
is gonna
ass.
be
We're gonna be
Xavier and
horrible.
Richardson.
All right, what's your grade?
So if I had to give them a grade, to me, it would be a B plus.
I like the B plus. I really like the first
it's
four
an A,
picks.
so-
Yeah, the start of
in
the
that B
draft
plus.
was solid, and then they not only did they do that, they drafted depth at what they lost in the offseason, so that's why I got to give them a B plus. But I didn't feel like they drafted anybody that was a standout.
Watch the Hall pick.
A
Watch the Hall
standout.
pick.
I like Hall. I like Derek Hall.
Derek Hall is going to be a good pick. Witherspoon's going to start.
My issue is
Smith-Njigba's
my
gonna
issue is
start.
Cameron Young, the D tackle,
That's out of Tennessee, yeah.
Mississippi
Or
State.
Mississippi State, sorry.
Anthony Bradford, the guard at
I'm thinking of Byron
LSU.
Young.
They drafted some guys, and I like that Mike Morris in the 5th round. I like that. But they drafted some guys that I feel like they didn't need to reach for, that they could have gotten better guys who were going to perform at that position. But who am I to argue with one of the better defensive coaches in the NFL?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to really argue too much. That's why I got to give him a B+.
Let's go to San Francisco.
I got to sit there on that one.
And their
that's right,
15
okay.
7th round picks.
So San Francisco,
3rd round.
Jair Brown, Jake Moody, Cameron Latu, Daryl Luter Jr.,
Jake
Robert
Moody in
Beal
the third. What
Jr.,
a miss.
D. Winters, Braden Willis, Ronnie Bell, and Jalen Graham.
So sitting in this spot,
They didn't
know-
do bad. They got a B- for me.
I know we like Jair Brown. Like
Yes,
we had
dude,
some conversations about
Jair Brown was my number one, I believe.
Cameron
Safety.
Latu is a tight end. We liked him over Darnell Washington,
Yes.
hands down. They got him in the 3rd. They got him above Darnell Washington, so that's a good thing. Daryl Luter, don't know too much about him.
Don't know
personally.
anything. Where's he from?
South Alabama.
Yeah, nothing.
I will say Robert Beal Jr., believe it or not, that might be a steal in this draft in the 5th round. Edge coming out of Georgia. He's actually really quick and get underneath. You just don't see much of him because everybody else kind of like overshadowed him. And then Braden Willis, a tight end out of Oklahoma. That's a depth guy. Ronnie Bell, steal. 7th round guy.
Yep.
Ronnie Bell was on our radar. We kind of saw him a little bit.
Beal.
Over.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Ronnie-
not Bell.
It's Ronnie Bell.
B-E-L-O. B-E-A-L.
No, it's
Yeah,
B-A. Is according to NFL.com, it's B-E-L-L-O.
No, it's B-E-A-L.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the NFL really screwed that up. It's Ronnie Bell according to the NFL. But he's another guy that, like, just because Jaden Reed got drafted early, I'll take Ronnie Bell all day over him.
I agree.
And he got drafted in the 7th round.
And
So, like,
San Fran, they get a B- for me.
yeah, San Fran, I'm going to be honest, like, for not having even a 3rd round pick, all of these are just gifted by the NFL.
You said a B minus.
It's competitive, yeah.
All of these are gifted by the NFL. I got to give you an A minus. Because
Really?
you didn't even own any single of these picks.
Wow.
The NFL gifted you these picks, so what
They
you
need to
did,
get it, yeah.
well, keep in mind what you did was you utilized the offseason to find a way to get comp picks.
Yeah.
And they
Essentially.
capitalized on the comp picks.
I think Latu is actually going to be a lot better.
Yeah, we were talking about
No,
that.
we
like
said
that.
Latu-
Stuff is because I did not like.
We like
him
Latu
but
there.
On this
We like
team,
Latu
Yeah.
there.
Let's go to Tampa.
What did you give him as?
They're going to get a C. I don't. I
So
mean,
B-
yeah, they're intelligent.
B-, A-, C, so they what? B-, is it?
I think it's. I said B plus. Did I say
No,
B?
you said A-.
Oh, this is B flat.
Okay,
It's a
yeah,
B
it's a
flat.
B
then.
flat.
Oh
So-
man.
Tampa has Kalijah Kancey, your boy Cody Mouch,
Yep.
Yaya Diaby,
You know I
Yeah,
gotta give him a
Dibby.
high grade.
All right. Well, you already know.
Sir
I'm grading these guys.
Votia Dennis, Payne Durham, Josh Hayes, Trey Palmer,
I love the
and
Trey
Jose
Palmer
Ramirez.
pick. I love the Trey Palmer
They,
pick.
in my opinion, get an A.
I'm A. I'm right there with you.
I absolutely.
Cody Mouch is gonna be a monster.
He
And
was
I
a
know you
zero
don't like
star
There is
that.
absolutely nothing that says that.
He was
Cody
a zero
Mouch
We
is
star.
gonna
just
be a
fought
monster.
earlier. We just fought earlier, and
I-
Cody Mouch will be solid
Now
on the
you
right side of that
kissing it
line.
up.
Solid.
Opposite side of Werfs.
The best pick in this draft. Werfs is.
Oh no, sorry.
Werfs is a right.
Right.
Yeah.
Wirfs will go to left tackle, and Cody Mouch will solidify the right side of that line.
Or
He's
Mouch
done
can
it all.
play left
Their
tackle. He's
best
moved his
pick
way over.
Mouch-
That's what I
is
said.
Durham out of Purdue, and
Mouch
Payne Durham.
started as a tight end in college.
Put on 81 pounds.
pretty-
They all started as tight ends.
I got to be honest. I don't like this. I don't like this draft.
What do you have, Matt?
D plus.
Okay, so they're what, a C plus then?
Like
I
average.
don't like that
I
draft.
can't do that math, but I think it's B minus.
All right, let's go to Tennessee, where Will Levis is gonna go to die.
Oh man, he's
Peter
already dead.
Skronsky, the Thumb, Will Levis, Tyjae Spears, Josh Weil, Jalen Duncan, and Colton Dowell.
So I'm basing this off of where they should have been taken. You guys are gonna disagree with me. They get a B minus because everybody's super high on Will Levis, even though I'm personally not.
I'm not either.
But I have them as a B minus for the value that they got him at.
I like the Tajay Spears personally.
You know what's funny?
I like that
he
right
is
behind
smaller.
Derrick Henry.
But I mean, you're not going to find a big running back like Derrick Henry. But
What do you
Tajay,
feel
I
about
think, will-
Josh Wiley and the unofficial doctor's reports?
What is
Or
that?
no, Tajay Spears and the unofficial doctor's
What's that?
reports.
Yeah. Well,
Where they didn't let you know that he actually had ACL issues.
Oh, what?
That's
That's a problem.
in the third, definitely.
That would
is a
drop me
concern.
down to a C minus, a whole grade, honestly.
Let
That
alone
is
why they
true.
didn't draft another running back.
Yeah, that would drop me to a C minus. I didn't realize that came to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a C minus. Then I'll change
They
that.
went
I
all
think they drafted
offense.
Skronsky thinking he's going to play tackle.
Peter Skronsky was a panic pick because they needed O line, and they know
I think
that
Duncan,
they weren't
I
getting it.
did not like out of Maryland, but in the sixth round, that's a value.
That's what's hard with a fifth to seventh.
This is
just,
an A minus for me. I feel like
A-.
we've talked about every single guy outside of Colton Dowell. We've talked about every single guy.
But they didn't address corner at all. They didn't. Who else? They need help on defense.
They need
No, they don't.
linebackers
Did you
too.
see Tennessee need help on defense?
They need
Their
linebackers.
secondary.
No, they don't.
No, their defense.
This says their need is corner that they didn't touch.
Well, I'm not addressing what other people think they need.
Just saying.
You know what's funny? NFL.com says their needs are O-line and receiver. That's funny.
Well, this
Anyway,
says offensive guard, receiver, tight end, quarterback.
They needed O-line.
I wouldn't disagree
And the
with it.
first
at all.
thing they did
O-line.
was O-line.
But it was only
Second
two
thing they
tackles.
did, which we all knew, was quarterback.
Oh,
Yeah.
quarterback, yeah.
It was
I'm gonna
only
give
two
You
tackles.
give them an A minus. I'm going to give them a B minus. I don't think
B
that's
minus.
that great.
All right.
So they're a B
Alright, so,
plus.
yeah.
Let's go to
Or
Washington.
B.
The
B
last.
B flat.
To round out the 32 teams, we have Emmanuel Forbes, Jartavius Martin, Ricky Stromberg, Braden Daniels, KJ Henry,
I love this
Chris
draft.
Rodriguez Jr., and Andre Jones.
This is a B for me.
They
Watch
stopped
Ricky
raping
Stromberg
cheerleaders. I
and
love this
Forbes.
draft.
I love Emmanuel Forbes.
Okay, so you have a what?
B.
A B, a flat B.
Flat B.
KJ.
If I'm going to look at this team, and I'm going to look at this unbiasedly, right? I got to put this team as an A minus.
Okay.
Maybe B plus. I'll go B plus. I'll go B plus.
What about you, Steve?
Because what I think they did is they drafted what they believe to be
High
the
needs.
best pick with their high needs.
Yep.
So they combine the two strengths at the same time, and they know they're going to need a quarterback next year.
Ricky Stromberg's going to stick.
They know they're going to need a quarterback next year.
So they're building
And I
up.
think
They're
they're
doing
building-
what they're
yep.
doing what we thought Houston should
Trenches
have done.
first, quarterback second.
Yep.
I agree.
Because they're good enough now to compete.
I like KJ
Still.
Henry out of Clemson.
You like Ryan loves Emmanuel Forbes, and
I love
he
Emmanuel
almost got
Forbes.
you on Emmanuel Forbes.
I love Emmanuel
And
Forbes.
I really
and
like
Ryan got me
Ricky
on Emmanuel
Stromberg,
Forbes.
And they got them both with comp picks.
Yep.
Emmanuel Forbes might be one of the better. He is one of the better man coverage corners.
Jartavius Martin, too.
He just doesn't give a shit when it comes down to
Did we
being
have Jartavius as a safety?
We did, yeah. I like this draft. You said an A minus.
I'll go B plus. I do
they-
rank high, so I'll go B plus.
They addressed actual needs and they filled it with actual talent. I'm gonna say that this draft they're gonna get probably a B plus. I'm gonna go B plus. I really like this draft.
I agree. B plus.
All right, that's fantastic,
All right, Steve, take us
Closing
out, would you?
statement?
boys. It is time to go. I want closing thoughts. The mic. Give me your thoughts.
Been a long one. I'm glad that everyone stuck with us, whoever has.
Are there people here for real?
No.
Yeah, there still is.
stay
Just,
hi guys. Like
Hey,
the video.
like,
Follow my wife.
subscribe. Let us know what we need to work on, what you would like to see. It's that time of year where we're gonna get into more fantasy stuff. Dynasty mocks, redraft mocks, everything like that. Hi, Mrs. Wheeler. Just let us know what you guys want.
Hey, so I will say out there, if you guys want graphics, we'll give you graphics. If you guys want draft picks, we'll give you draft picks. If you guys want fantasy, we'll give you fantasy. There are guys who you guys have seen out there today that we believe are a value in a dynasty league and a value in a fantasy league. And
No, you don't want graphics.
I'll give you graphics.
Mind your
It's just
business.
my thing is that
I give her graphics.
Like
Ayo.
the fix.
okay, that's your wife.
Fuck me.
I just realized that. Okay,
Sweet.
I apologize.
And moving on.
So what I'm saying is if there's something you guys want, we can give it because we do have people that dig deep into the analytics side of things.
Ryan.
Correct. And then there's other people who dig deep into the emotional side of things.
Me.
He said it. Okay. And then there's also people that dig deep into, like, we focus
Pissing people
somewhat,
off.
I definitely am an antagonizer, 100%.
Oh no, who saw that coming?
We definitely try to figure out
I
what's
could
going
name one
on with
person worse.
consensus, and we try to figure out what's going on with what we think, and we try to balance it out. And I think that's where me and Steve are.
Yeah.
We try to, like, kind of see what's going on across the board.
I like stirring the pot.
You try to be even.
Yeah, we
KJ
do.
likes to stir
We
the
really do. And what I think needs to happen here in this situation is we want to try to give you guys the most value for the time we're sitting here.
Yes.
And at this point in time, right, like, it's fantasy. Fantasy at this point in time.
Yeah. Right.
NFL draft's over. Nobody cares about the NFL draft. You're not betting on anything. Nobody cares. So we're going to do our best to give you, if you want to play fantasy leagues, we're going to give you what we think is the best fantasy mocks, picks,
Information.
arguments,
We all
information.
play multiple leagues.
I play a lot.
Hands down.
I was
You're
like
weird.
12
You have,
leagues.
hold on, Wheels. You have multiple dynasty leagues. You have multiple redraft
I have a
leagues,
couple
right?
big. I have a couple big money leagues.
And then I have a dynasty league, redraft league, and auto draft league.
Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my wife.
So it's just something that's out there. So if you guys want more information, we'll give it to you, and we'll give it to you in a new way and in a new depth argument. Because I'll tell you right now, we think deeper than most of them analytical guys on NFL Network and on ESPN who don't give two shits about what you do. They only care about someone chiming.
Pumping the numbers.
That's right. So go ahead, Steve. Take us away.
Juice the balls. John, did you close out?
I finished. I did
Wheeler,
my
what you
first-
got?
Xavier Hutchinson will be a top 10. Never mind. I'm just kidding. No. I think Xavier Hutchinson will do good.
Hi, Mrs. Wheeler.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
Hi, Steve.
Bye.
Hey, Steve. Tune in Saturday. What's the plan for Saturday,
We already
boys?
recorded the show. I don't know what we're doing.
You're right. Yeah, we'll just re-upload this Saturday.
All right, sounds good.
Oh my
Tune
God.
in, follow the Facebook page, click the links. There is a link from the Facebook page to the YouTube homepage. So if we're ever live, you click that, and it'll instantly bring you to the live video feed.
Right, and Wheels, and also on the Facebook page, we will also, if you guys have questions or you are curious about anything, we'll address that on the Facebook page or the show.
Comment away.
Or the show, because Wheels is all about that. And we're going to
He's been
do,
on top
what we're
of it,
going to
too, on
do is
Facebook.
we are going to address whatever's on social media. We are going to try to find a way to address it in the show. That is the whole aspect of this, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It's the whole aspect of the show is to address a no BS conversation.
Yeah, I don't give a
right
shit.
here, right now. I don't even care if you're like, well, I'm mad that guy's wearing a rainbow helmet. I don't care. I don't care.
Who's got a rainbow helmet on?
We'll address it. Normally Wheels, I'm just saying.
It's a Pennzoil.
Hi, Wheels. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. We appreciate your support. Tune in Saturday, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Saturday morning. We will be here.
I'll
We're
be
gonna talk
drunk,
about-
just an FYI.
We are going to be probably.
It's Cinco de
We don't-
Mayo on Friday. I will be shit-faced.
We don't. We
So
love you. We
margaritas-
love you. Mrs.
Margarita
Wheeler.
Saturday morning. Perfect.
Margarita Saturdays!
All right, I'll get fucking.
I hope the wives are gonna be here.
We love you guys. God bless you. Like, share. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.